Welcome in to KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Come to you live from American Fork High School as we've got a non-region special coming up for you. The American Fork Cavemen preparing to host the West Panthers. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Pleased to be joined by the Moose, Bingham, and Moose. This is a intriguing matchup. These two teams played last year in the non-region, and both these two teams are with region title hopes and state playoff push hopes here in 22, and we'll get a preview as to how they match up against each other here in the early part of the year.
Well, I'm so excited for this game on so many levels. Coach Junior Solovey out of West High has restored the roar and then some.
Yes.
You see guys coming from all over the valley wanting to be a part of the culture with what's happening at West. But American Fork, my goodness gracious, what a high-flying offense that Coach Beam has created. And they've got an absolute monster on that side of the field in Hunter Clegg, my goodness.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Clegg man in just a bit. You mentioned West and restore the roar. The pride is back for the Panthers. And you talk about a group. They have an experienced front. In the trenches is this group's strength. But they also have a young man in Isaiah Suasua, a junior, running quarterback. And they got a prime-time player in the secondary, really a safety. You'll also see him on the offensive side tonight in Sessi Vailahi.
Yeah, Sessi Vailahi, he's also a good punter and a great snapper as well. He does it all for West High. And what I like about Coach Solovey, he says, I'm only going to bring kids that are going to play. You're not going to see a ton of kids roaming the sidelines that won't be contributors. He's like, I have my group, and I'm going to roll with them.
Suiting up is a privilege at West High School. When you talk about American Fork, this has been a team, Moose, that feels like has been right on the verge for so many years. They just haven't been able to get over that hump this year. They introduced new quarterbacks. Champ Edwards going to split time with Lincoln Jackson. Lincoln will get the start tonight. Coach Beam saying they've been like champs, understanding it's for the good of the team as they're trying to evaluate who's going to be that best option throughout the course of the year, letting game time prove it out. But you mentioned Hunter Clegg, Trey Roberts. This is an experienced offense that can light up the scoreboard.
Well, it's been interesting. Both teams have benefited from transfers in, whether it's Khalil Afu for West or Champ Edwards for American Fork. So it's very interesting to see what's happening, and I love the cultures that have been built here. So this is one of the most exciting games. I've been hyped for this game all week, seeing what's going to happen. Is it going to be the trenches that'll win? Is it going to be the high-flying offense that'll win? I just don't know, but I can't wait to see.
You know what they say when you have two quarterbacks, right? You have two quarterbacks, and we'll see how that works for AF tonight. They've had great seasons. They're both over 70% completions. They've both thrown for 4 touchdowns.
Yep.
Champ a little more athletic. Lincoln a little more accurate. It's been a great start, and it's been a great formula for the Cavemen here in the early part.
Yeah, it's almost an advantage at this point because you have to prepare for the athleticism of Champ Edwards, who he's had a lot of family members through the state. His brother, Tyron Morris Edwards, played at Alta, played at the University of Utah. His dad, Ron Edwards, played at Utah State. It's just crazy to see, but I'm excited to see this game.
American Fork in the black uniforms, West in the all-white, as we are set to kick off KSL Sport Rewind's Game of the Week. We're going to ask for apologies with some of these American Fork uniforms. They look great unless you're trying to call a game. Kickoff underway, fielded back inside the 5, and here is Tukoi Suva on the return for the Panthers up across the 20 to the 24.
Yeah, that was a good hit by Tate Farnsworth, the big old kicker. 6'3", 185 pounds, giving it the boot.
We want to let you know we are running a manual clock tonight, so at times you'll see us start that early, start it late. We try to keep that as synchronized, as close as we can with the game clock here. And a first look here at West offensively, and we got our first penalty here of the game. And look, there are a couple of rule changes this year. I don't want to speculate, but some of it is just cleaning some things up in terms of presentation and uniform, and I don't know if that's what the call is here. It looked to be the case as AF was kind of looking over to the sideline, and we await the call here from our white hat, and it does look like it will be yardage tacked on here for West.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so look, here's the thing. This was a rule change that I had described to me. I'm going to do my best. Uniforms that are out of compliance would be an unsportsmanlike penalty. Now here they're calling offsetting, so they called one on each side. I don't know that, so there will be no yardage marked off here. It'll be at the 24, but a rule change this year, and one it's hard to understand because we're so far away from the call, but that seemed to be the call there.
Just follow the rules, Have your knee pads in, do what you got to do. Don't do anything that'll take away from the team, gentlemen.
It's even items like towels. I mean, there's some real precise refinements in what they are wanting on the field of play from players, and it's just something you got to get used to.
Well, Sessi Valahi's coming in here, so might be an advantage, that one play.
It's one of the things Coach Solovey, look, we'll talk about previous games, but one of the things he preaches, we don't need to help the other team out, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes those types of penalties, errors, and look, I've talked with an official about this. He says, we go through the lineups before the game, and this official says, I talk to every player, hey, got to clean that up before you come out on the field. They're trying to work with players, work with coaching staffs. Still a delay here trying to get this figured out, and I'm not certain if there's a clock issue that they want to put more time on because a lot
it says 11:17
right,
on the
as
clock.
They were trying to call that. So a little bit of a delay here on the old get-go.
Looks like they fixed the clock. It's at 11:52 now.
We'll get that trued up.
Usually I'm harsh on the refs, but I'm going to be harsh on the clock operator tonight.
The official clock operator.
The official, not our guy.
Yeah.
Not our guy. He's doing a phenomenal
right on top
job.
of it. Right on top of it.
He knows what's going on. Let's get to the game.
First down, West, starting at their own 24-yard line. First offensive play. They'll stay on the ground here. The carry with Vailahi through traffic. Sessi with a move. Sessi dump truck and defenders up to the 45-yard line, and Vailahi serving notice early.
Oh, Solovey came up to us. He's like, we didn't really want to use Sessi Vailahi last week against Mater Dei, but he was the one that was making a difference. And you can see the speed, the quickness, the cutting ability, and what he's bringing to the field. He's just bringing so much energy. I love to see it.
Moose, man, he absolutely rolled over that AF defense. We don't have active instant replay going tonight. We do get some second looks. You're going to have to check this one out. And West here looking quickly at another first down. And, boy, how about the size of their quarterback, Isaiah Suasua?
Oh.
Big boy.
Yeah, nephew of Maurice Suasua.
More whistles here, and a timeout going to be taken early on by West. Timeout for the Panthers. We'll step aside and be back. West and American Fork football right here on KSL Sports Rewind.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time. Courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit University of View.
Welcome back, American Fork High School. We want to let you know, West High football, American Fork football, both available for you right here on KSLSports.com all season long. And what happens when Rewind's coverage of West football and Rewind's coverage of American Fork football collide? You get KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week.
It's really interesting. I'm intrigued by this matchup at the bottom. Hunter Clegg versus Samisi Tonga. Both D1 guys. Hunter's committed to Stanford. Samisi's got a plethora of offers.
They'll go back on the ground here in that AF defense. Ready for it. Hunter Clegg in on the stop there for the Cavemen.
It looks like West is just running the ball, going right at Hunter, right at this American Fork defense. And these guys have been preparing. American Fork's defense, since I've been watching them, they haven't been the greatest, but they've taken those steps, those leaps, those bounds. And when you've got a Hunter Clegg at defensive end, he's going to increase the play of everyone around him. So fun to watch.
2nd and 8. Back to the ground. New ball carrier here. And again, AF up to the task. Is not a lot of room up the middle there for the Panther offensive player. And I think the stop might have been made by Lavalavu.
You're going to see Isaiah Sui make his money now. This is a passing down. They could run it. They've got the running backs to do so. But usually this is where you get a passing down. And I want to see Charlie Holbrook. I want to see Lava Valahi. There's a lot of great receivers on this West team, and you haven't been able to say that in the past.
Yeah, Holbrook's been a guy that the coaching staff talked to us about beforehand. A couple of other players as he does come in here. 3rd and long. The AF students trying to cheer on the defense. Back to the ground. Valahi nowhere to go as he's wrapped up for a loss on the run, and there is that Cavemen defense, Moose.
They're a swarming defense, used to playing in Region 4. A lot of great players there, but they're not used to this type of rushing attack. So they got taken by surprise. We're on their heels a little bit with that first down, and the timeout helped them out, I believe.
I love the response by American Fork. We talked about that first running play from Sessi. Mowed over an AF defender, and they only gave up a net 1 yard after that. So good response by that AF defense.
This is an interesting return by American Fork. They've got 2 returners back there, not knowing where the ball's going to go.
This return from the 21, seam up the left side. Here's Reese. Stood up at the 35-yard line. Nice job there by Peyton, and that's where American Fork will come out with the offense.
Snuka came out with there. You love to see the trays on West coming out and laying a good hit. Woo! Goodness gracious.
First offensive possession coming for the Cavemen. And we mentioned in the open, it's been quarterbacks that have been splitting reps. Lincoln Jackson with the start tonight. 4 touchdown passes, no interceptions, over 300 yards passing through just the first 2 games. And we got whistles here to come on the field before we take the snap. Lincoln Jackson, look, this kid, a junior. Seen tape of him. He's got a bright, bright future ahead, Moose.
Well, I've been excited to watch Lincoln Jackson's for years. Maddox Madsen had control of this offense for the last 4 years, and now he's at Boise State. But I've always heard rumblings. This kid's coming up, Moose. Lincoln Jackson. Watch out for him. He's a big boy. He can do it. He's over 6 foot. And Maddox Madsen, as much of a mad dog he was, he's about my height. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Now, what's going on with the refs?
Well, they've sent the teams to their respective sides, and I think they're trying to get the coaching staffs out here. So I don't know if they're going to have another conversation around equipment or what. This is kind of odd. I haven't seen this in, I don't know if ever. We're going to stay here. We want to thank some of the sponsors that make this possible. We talked about this is a game rewind streaming both for West and American Fork, but West High football on KSL Sports Rewind is presented by Faja Construction. We also want to thank OMI Photo, is located at 7819 South Highland Drive in Cottonwood Heights. Whether you're looking for a photo shoot with your family, team, family occasion, come support OMI Photo. And Naomi Messina, call 801-949-6365. That number again, 801-949-6365. OMI Photo for all of your photo needs. Coming back from the break.
Hopefully that's the last break, to be honest with you. I just want to see these guys playing. 2 explosive offenses, great defense, and I'm excited to see number 9 coming out here. He was repping 57. Khalil Laufu, he's one of my top defensive tackles in the entire state, transferred from Harriman. And I'm excited to see what he can do against Jarvis Griffiths, the number 1 center in the state.
Movement up front. West, they were kind of showing some pressure there. It was looking like Tukoi Suva was one of the blitzing defenders, and that line moving a little early for AF.
Yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, number 9 versus number 53. This is going to be one of the most intriguing matchups of the entire year. You want to see best on best? This is what you're going to see. And you'll have college coaches salivating for these 2 guys over the next coming months.
1st and 15 after the penalty. 2-by-2 formation here for American Fork motion. Jackson looking to throw on the first play, looking sideline. Nice catch, and that's old Trey Roberts. Boy, a young man that feels like we've talked about him here in this program for years, Moose.
Oh, as long as there's a Roberts at American Fork, things are good.
Chase now Trey.
Trey, hopefully there's some more coming up. You never know. But Trey Roberts, phenomenal receiver. He didn't have the stats last week, but he demands the attention of multiple defenders.
Yeah.
They're going to try to bracket him. They're going to make sure he doesn't go over the middle, he doesn't go deep, whatever.
2nd and 3. They'll go to the ground here, and this is a new aspect to American Fork. They ran the ball very well last week in that win against Weber, and they're not afraid to run it. That offensive line is moving people.
No, I really like the offensive line at American Fork. They got a new offensive line coach in Mon. Phenomenal dude. He was at Snow College. Rafe Mon is his name. He's tutored the likes of Garrett Bowles, the starting tackle for the Broncos. So they've got a great one here at American Fork.
Jackson on the keeper, right up the middle, first down for American Fork. And boy, I love that. And look, this is not the first time we've seen quarterbacks run it. Maddox Madsen, you talk about a 4-year starter. He was the leading rusher every year in this offense.
Yeah, this offense has a new wrinkle, though. They've got running backs. They've got the line. It's going to be really interesting. And I'm excited to see number 9 as well out here, Hunter Clegg at tight end every once in a while. So they're going to sprinkle a lot of different looks that this West defense needs to be prepared for.
It feels like tight end high school in the state of Utah over the last several years, this AF offense. Back to the ground on first down. Nice little stutter step there through the middle as it's Dax Watts with the carry, the junior. And this is a young man. I remember seeing him as last year as a youngster. I thought, man, he's got some legs. He's got some good miles left on him here.
Yeah, tight end high school is right. Last year you had Carson Ryan, you had Moa, you've had so many guys go through here that are just phenomenal. So let's see if they can keep this drive going.
2nd down here. Jackson looking over the middle. Ooh. And that was 11 versus 11. We got a flag here in the backfield. This is probably going to be a late hit, I would guess, on Jackson as he was looking for Jace Hull, and it was Vailahi there, the safety, coming up to make contact as the ball got there.
Jace Hull is a phenomenal slot receiver. Does so many good things because there's so much attention on Trey and Hunter Clegg when he's in, and the run game now, and. Yeah. Jace Hull has established himself as one of the top receivers. Last week he had about 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. Phenomenal player. So it was a late hit on the quarterback.
It's a plethora of offensive options for Coach Beam here at American Fork.
I'm just glad I'm not a defensive coordinator for West or any team that faces this potent offense.
Yeah, look, I mean, we talk about Region 4, the likes of Sky Ridge, Corner Canyon, Lone Peak. It's going to be a chore, and it has been the last several years here in Region 4 to try to slow this group down. First down, 5 receivers for the Cavemen. Jackson pressure coming up, stepping up, gets to the line of scrimmage, but there's all big number 9 for you, Moose.
Khalil, you love to see it. Another sack by him. Losing a yard on that play. And it's interesting to see Lincoln Jackson. He's not the most mobile guy.
He hasn't been afraid to run.
No one's told him that. No one tell him that. Usually you're used to Champion Edwards coming in here and running around. But Jackson's coming in with the anything you can do, I can do better mentality.
We've got an injured player here. It's Mania Brown down here for West, and this is a group that is a little banged up after going to Mater Dei last week. We'll talk about that when we come back. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week only on KSLSports.com.
College wasn't built for me.
I didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I'm going to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
Welcome back. We talked about these two teams, Moose. How about this? West went to Mater Dei last week. Let's pull that game out. Against in-state competition. That's why I'm doing that.
Okay.
These two teams have given up a total of 22 points between their 3 games. And all those 22 were scored by Weber last week against American Fork. So 2 defenses that have played really well in-state. Jackson has a man. This caught by Jet Nelson. And takes it ahead just shy of first down. It'll be 3rd and short here.
It's crazy to see Jet Nelson. He's listed at 6'4", 205, and that's what slot receivers are looking like. My goodness. There's no Britton Coveys running around. It's 6'4" behemoths walking around.
That's why I could never play receiver, Moose. I wasn't born to be that tall. That was the only thing stopping me, by the way.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it. 3rd and 1. To the ground. Oh, how about West coming up What a job bursting through by Fili Snuka to bring down the ball carrier for a loss on the play.
I'm really liking Snuka. He had that great tackle on the punt return, and now this. Give me some more of the 3 threes.
Man, it's a senior tight end defensive lineman for West. It brings up a 4th and 2, and American Fork, look, this is what they do, Moose. 4th and short, we're going for it.
Oh.
And it works. Pans out for the Cavemen. I know, Moose, you were probably saying kick the field goal, but Coach Beam, he had other ideas in mind.
Yeah, after my years of kicking, I've become a little jaded. I say, go for it. As long as I'm not kicking, you can go for it, Coach. If I was kicking, though, I'd be in his ear. Coach, let me go in. I'm ready.
How about the job by the junior Lincoln Jackson? Hoping to draw that first down with the penalty.
That was some Peyton Manning stuff right there.
Omaha. 1st and 10. Jackson, again, pressure, stepping up, and just not a lot of room to go.
Oh.
Guess who?
Khalil comes in. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, not going to happen on that one.
You made mention of this, and I don't say this to be critical. I've been surprised at how quickly Jackson has looked to run, and then it speaks to the quality of Khalil to get off the block and be able to stop him, because there is room at that second level.
Yeah, there is room there, but this defensive front is mean, and they're still missing.
Yeah, they're missing guys.
Pututau kid.
Yeah.
The Taliatua Pututau.
2nd and 11 here for American Fork. Jackson, quick throw coming out of the backfield. That caught inside the 15. Boy, you talk about lowering shoulders. How about that play after the reception?
It's just Josh Andrus, your junior, that's 6'4", 220 pounds. I mean, there's something in the water out here that every kid that walks through these doors is at least 6'4", 220 and begging to play tight end.
I was going to say, that sounds like a tight end, Moose.
Yeah, of course it is.
3rd and short here for American Fork. 4 minutes to go here in our opening quarter. Still looking for the first score. First offensive possession here for the Cavemen. Inside the red zone for the first time tonight. They'll go on the ground. And, boy, keeping the legs churning. Valiant effort on the play. Was that Segura with the run?
It was Segura. That's my Segura right there. My Segura. Let's go.
Look at you.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Hey, I like to see Segura in there. I like to see the running backs at American Fork. It was a sight that you couldn't see the last 4 years.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, Segura says, I'll give you a second and a third effort. Here we go.
They have not shied away from running the football, and Coach Beam running down here near the officials. And looked like he's going to take a timeout here as that play clock was winding down. Timeout, American Fork. Take a moment here, thank another one of our sponsors of West High football here on KSL Sports Rewind. Do you own a business that accepts payment by credit cards? Come work with National Card Payments. They're locally owned and operated credit card processing company that has over 22 years of experience. Call or text them today at 801-300-6929 to get a free quote and see how much they can help you. They love to support local prep sports and are offering a $25 Visa gift card for any business that signs up for their merchant services during the high school football season. Call or text today for a no-obligation quote. National Card Payments requires no contract periods and has zero setup fees. Come work with a payments company that cares about the local community it serves. Call 801-300-6929 today.
Impressive read right there, Dane.
Woo! We had to run through that one. 1st and goal here for American Fork.
Man, empty backfield, and it's a run.
Yeah, going on the sweep here with Watts. And met at the line of scrimmage, no gain there for the junior Dax.
This is a tough red zone that these guys are in because the defensive line for West is no joke.
Yeah.
Even though they're missing some key pieces, I wouldn't want to run against that.
Not a lot of teams do. And look, they went to Mater Dei last week. They lost 42-0. That was a game that they battled in the first half. They had some injuries. Mater Dei kind of pulled away late. But that game came about because of a summer camp when the lines went toe-to-toe. So this West defensive front, they can hold their own. As on 2nd down here, Jackson stepping up in pressure again. Boy, how about the burst coming off the edge there for West as all the pressure kind of got there first by Mania Brown. Forced Jackson up, allowed the rest of that defense to take him down.
Mania Brown, if that name sounds familiar to you Cougar fans out there, he's a junior. Mania Brown Sr. came out of Hunter. Big old defensive lineman. Just a great human being, though. But he has kids now. It's just fun to see these guys that dominated at the college level having kids dominate at the high school level.
3rd and goal from the 10. Lincoln Jackson has Watts to his right. Jackson looking, end zone, nobody there. Incomplete. Vailahi, the nearest player, though, wearing the wrong colored jersey. It'll bring up a 4th and goal.
This is where the kicker comes out. It looks like it's going to be number 19, Noah Anderson, the senior, 155'8". I can respect the size. He knows what he's doing. The righty's going to come out, and he's a great kicker. It's going to be fun to watch what he can do. American Fork usually has phenomenal special teams.
Be a 27-yard field goal attempt here for Anderson. Inside of 2 to play here in the first quarter. Kick is up, and this kick is good. 3-0, American Fork taking the lead here with 1:58 to go in the first.
Man, clock got eaten up by both teams.
Huh?
This might be one of the faster games of our season if they keep that up, despite the great efforts from the refs.
Tell you what, that is we talk about AF defense, right? They made a nice stop. How about West really buckling down inside the red zone, not conceding the 7, just allowing the 3? Good stand there early.
Well, the mental fortitude they have after Khalil jumped off sides, getting 2 big sacks, and then really showing his stuff. That was impressive to me. And the mental fortitude from coming from modern day. And you just got spanked by the best team in the country. And you came out here and you're like, we are different than that. We're going to show what we can do. And I love to see it.
This does run the risk of ruining what has been a streak for American Fork. Week 1, week 2, they've scored 48 points in each game. They just got 3 through the first 10 minutes here. They're off pace, Moose.
You know what? They didn't face a defense as good as this West defense either.
I'm teasing.
Let's see if this ball can go into the end zone.
The first kick was returned. This kick will be returnable. Catching it at the 11. Here's Wilson turning upfield, tackled at the 24.
Great job by Max Edwards, Champ's little brother. He's a wide receiver and a linebacker, 6', 190. Super good job on that. You just got to appreciate the special teams. Getting down on kickoff, sacrificing your body, that's where men are made.
Second drive of the game here for West. Moose, we saw them just run the ball on that first drive, did not see a pass. What do you think we see here from West on drive number 2?
I want to see a lot of passes. Swee's going to come out here and just sling it.
Oh. First and 10 at the 24. Isaiah will keep. Oh, good job staying home defensively there by Even Agor, the senior linebacker. Wasn't going to bite in on that option play and brings down Isaiah for a gain of just 2.
The crazy thing is the football IQ on both of these teams. These guys know more about the game than most colleges, and I really like Agor. He's smart, he's intuitive, he can get to the ball, and he's not going to get tricked very much. But Sweeswee made the right choice right there, pulling the ball and getting a few yards.
Another little conference here, and I don't see a flag. I'm not quite certain what they're discussing.
In the immortal words of Herman Boone, I'd like to repeat, let them play, let the boys play.
Official coming over here to talk to Coach Solovey. He's out near the yard mark, and now it appears as though an official will come over and have a discussion as well. As
they've got the 2 fingers up. Looks like it's second down. Solovey not happy about that. Whatever it is.
They're bringing it back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know.
Are they repeating first down?
I mean, that's what it kind of looks like, right? The yard marker hasn't changed. Coach Beam is talking with the near side. It looks like we're going to redo this.
Okay. Well, that happened.
Well,
I haven't seen that before.
I guess mulligans are making their appearance in football, eh, Moose?
Hey, I need it for my golf game. They might need it for this game.
1st and 10 on the ground, right up the middle. on the carry, I believe.
We got a guy down.
26 by Nuku. Yeah, we got an AF defender still on the ground.
And that's what happens when you've got Smisi Tonga out there. A plethora of colleges are going after him. But we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, we got an injury. We'll step aside for the injured player. You're watching American Fork and West football only on KSLSports.com.
At UCCU,
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit. Your application? Visit UCCU.com.
at UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it...
Welcome back. West High Football and KSL Sports Rewinds presented by Faja Construction. Of course, this is a shared rewind network game between West and American Fork as they'll go on the fly sweep here. And penalty flag here coming in late on the carry for West was Jacob Wilson. And we'll have to sort out the flag.
Smisi Tonga lost his helmet on that. He's just a bruiser. And you don't want to see him walk off the field ever. I remember Coach Solovey talking to me about him last year. He's like, you got this kid. He's a young gun. He's going to be here the next few years, but my goodness, is he good.
We mentioned last week for West, they went to Mater Dei. Last week for American Fork, took on Weber. 48-22 the final on that one. You talk about the big game that Jace Hull had. And, man, he was a monster in that game. Talk about the way they ran the football. It was a good week, too, for American Fork. As looks to be a penalty here on West. This will bring it back.
Yeah, Coach Solovey said at the beginning of the game, he's like, we just can't beat ourselves. And that is a beat-yourself penalty right there. Going from third and about 4.
It would have been a first down.
Oh, man.
They had the ball across the first down, and they put the flag about 2 yards shy of it, and that being a spot penalty backs it up. So second and 16 here for the Panthers. Maybe the first time we see Suisui throw it.
Yes, it is.
Isaiah looking over the middle, has a man just overthrown and dropped. Caleb Peterson, tip drill, but boy, he would love to have that one back.
He would like to have that one back. You're not going to see a ton of throwing against this because of Caleb Peterson and Davis Andrews. They're big boys. They're long. They're rangy. They're all over the field.
Pass was intended for Kingsley Brown, and he was open, Moose. Just couldn't quite climb tall enough to secure the catch.
That's where it's nice to have a 6'4" slot right there.
Yeah. Third and long here for West. The American Fork students cheering in unified pink, trying to get a defensive stop. Screen, defended, kept.
Oh!
Suisua is going to have the first down and more. What a run by Isaiah, able to convert 3rd and 16 on what looked to be a defended screen, Moose.
I love Isaiah Suisua for that one. My goodness.
Wow.
He's like, you know what? I'll just take it myself. I got it. Don't you guys worry. You defended the screen way too good. You forgot that I'm an ATH athlete.
My goodness. He starts running. I'm like, oh, Isaiah. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, he's got a lane.
That's how it works. You're like, Isaiah, no. Isaiah, yes. Isaiah, yes. Let's go.
First down for the Panthers. 22 seconds to go here in the first. Susui, hands off here on the ground, cutting through the line. Nice take there by Tukwe Suva.
Oh, my goodness. It's crazy because these guys are just like multipliers. One goes out, next one comes in just as good, if not better. It's fun to watch.
Nice gain there. 2nd and 4.
Both of those plays were key after that.
First quarter coming to a close. West will have the ball when we come back. You're watching a shared rewind network game. American Fork and West High football only on KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy.
Welcome back here to American Fork High School. Want to thank some of our sponsors of KSL Sports Rewind. Heidemann Associates, full-service law firm with locations throughout the state of Utah. If you have any legal needs, visit the experts at Heidemann Associates for a free consultation. Call 801-754-4240.
Those were two key runs right there at the end of the first quarter.
See if that can spark some momentum here for West. Is trying to move the pile here is Sessi Vailahi, who gains 3.
You're going to see a lot of guys going both ways on this team, whether it's Sessi or Viliata or all of these guys basically. So I even heard some rumblings of a tight end coming in at number 9, Khalil. So we'll see what happens in this game. But these guys are strong dudes, and it's going to be fun to watch and see if they can get this first down right here. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Moose may end up jumping off the platform if we see Khalil come in on offense. 3rd and 1 here for West. They'll give it to the fullback and cut down. Great burst by that AF defense. Was that Clegg coming through to make the stop? Hard to see. I don't think it was.
It looks like it was the safety, number 7.
Caleb Peterson. There's your guy, Moose.
Yep, just our 6'2" safety. Nothing to see here. My goodness.
I love that play because, I mean, that's big Otuafi, the big senior. And Caleb Peterson, look, he's not afraid to go right at the young man. Bring up a 4th and 2. 4th down, West. Vailahi. Boy, I think he's short. He tried to get it across, but I think he came down and wasn't able to extend. We'll see where they spot this.
It depends on the ref.
Yes, it does.
I don't know.
I think he's short. That
I think
first
he's
down
got
stick
it.
is on the far end of the marker. They're gonna measure.
Whoa! Whoa! Beam is not happy. They're not even measuring. They're just going.
I can't believe that they would not measure that.
Whoa.
Wow.
My goodness. This crowd below us is up in arms.
We are a little off from that, right? We're not straight on. I didn't think it looked like he got the stretch. But, again, we're on a little bit of an angle. The officials there deeming a first down for West. Big play there on 4th down for the Panthers.
Big call by the refs, too. Wow. Man.
First down.
Beam is still arguing it. He's like, I can see from my angle right here. And
I'm shocked they didn't measure it. I felt like that was close enough you measure it.
I thought it was going to be one of those credit card situations. Someone
have an index card. Anyone.
Hey, we got to see if we can get this done. Whoa. Man.
First down, West.
The Boo Birds are out in a flock right now.
It is at American Fork, so pistol formation. Kept. Sui able to surge ahead for a gain of 1. Boy, we have linemen getting down the field, huh?
Samisi Tonga, he always has a little bit extracurricular activity after the play. But when you got your hands up, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Wow.
Gain of 2 on the run.
Man, that right tackle, you can see a little better now. Fun to watch, number 5'8" out there.
Trips to the top of the screen here for West on 2nd down. Across the 50 for the first time tonight.
Another pass. Oh.
Pressure coming. That's a great pass rush, and there just was not enough time for Suasua to get rid of it. I want to say that might have been Agor.
Yep, Evan Agor, 24. Not the tallest dude. He's only 6 foot, and that's basically one of the smallest people out on the field for American Fork.
Well,
but he is a tough sucker.
Look, you're not going to play tight end at that height.
You know what?
I'm teasing.
On most other teams you would.
Most
not
other
American
teams you would.
Fork.
3rd and 8 here for West. Again, the American Fork crowd trying to cheer on the D. To the ground, nowhere to go. A number of Cavemen there, including Agor, to get the stop, and it'll be 4th down. Decision time here for the Panthers.
It's always funny to me. I usually give the tackle to whoever celebrates the best, and Agor had a great celebration right there coming up.
He came right in and stuffed the hole. I have no problem saying 24. There were 3 Cavemen, a trio of Cavemen, but Agor was right there to jam it.
Oh, so you're going to see, I don't usually highlight the long snapper, but I'm going to. Sesi Valahi does it all. Took his gloves off.
Yeah, I was going to say he dumped his gloves right next to the ball.
He better get down the field.
Good snap.
Oh,
high kick.
Good punt.
Yeah, not bad at all. Caught at the 18-yard line is where American Fork will come out for their second possession of the game.
He might have wanted that one back just to get a little more juice on it.
We'll take a moment, thank another sponsor here of West Football and KSL Sports Rewind. Mountain Ops, a local nutrition company, helping improve the lives of individuals and families through high-quality supplements and Conquer Hunger meal donations. Thanks to Mountain Ops for sponsoring West High Football on KSL Sports Rewind. And if you're a fan of either of these programs, a lot of sponsorship opportunities available for the streams.
Someone you got to really pay attention to is number 21, Viliata Tuon. He's my number 2 rated corner in the entire state. Kid's an absolute dog.
Lincoln Jackson to throw. That deflected at the line of scrimmage. They were looking there for Roberts, and Tuone was the one who was lined up there nearest Trey.
I only have one cornerback above him, and that's Smith Snowden. Viliata is physical at the line of scrimmage. He has good speed. He's amazing to watch, and he can press man. Not many people see that in high school. West saw that last week against Mater Dei, but of course it's one of the best teams money can buy.
I was curious if we would see Lincoln Jackson on this drive. Coach Beam told us they go 2 drives at a time, but given that first drive went so long, Jackson being hit here, and boy, tell you what, Trey Roberts had to turn into a DB to deflect that away because in hot pursuit was Tuone.
Yeah, Viliata Tuone wants that one back because he almost had a pick right there. That would have been very detrimental to the American Fork team.
It'll be 3rd and 10 here for Lincoln Jackson and the Cavemen. 8:51 to go here in the first half.
Let's see what Lincoln can do. This is proving ground for him right now.
It has to be a big stop by the West defense, and they jumped. It wasn't just one man. You had Lau Taimi as well as the aforementioned Snuka, both getting a little over anxious.
You know what? Sometimes you want to just pin your ears back and go after that quarterback, and sometimes that quarterback can clap with the best of them.
It'll move it up. 3rd and 5 here for American Fork. Make it easier here for Lincoln.
Big 3rd down here for Lincoln Jackson.
Looking to throw balls out, just overthrown. Was looking near side, trying to get it to big number 80, Josh Andrus, another one of those tight ends, and it'll be 4th down and a punt coming up.
Yeah, that's one he definitely wishes he had back.
Yeah, he was open.
Yeah, he was open. You had your big man, great drawn-up play, but you just missed him. I'm excited for this punt right now, though. I know everyone else is.
How could you not be?
It's going to be Tate Farnsworth, I believe.
Vailahi back here to return.
After snapping, of course he returns.
Yeah.
That's a typical football thing right there. Your snapper is your returner.
Fourth down.
He's going to want to scoot back a little bit more, buddy.
Not much wind.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to want to scoot back. Oh.
Boy, this one kind of a side-to-side spin there. And going to be down right at AF territory, right around the 46. Good field position here for West.
So what happened on that punt right there? On the drop, he had his ball a little bit too high. His thumb hit it. It spun the nose of the ball to come out to the right. And when he went to kick it, he reached for it, and it came off the side of his foot instead of getting that nice, beautiful spiral that I watched him do all before the game. If you don't get a good drop, say goodbye to that ball because it's going to be a disaster.
If you want to learn punting and kicking, no one's better than Moose Bingham. I have not heard anyone break down special teams like my partner in crime, Moose Bingham. Folks, he's available for hire.
I actually do that every once in a while.
I know. We'll give you a free read there.
Oh, appreciate it.
First down here for West. That ball caught inside the 40. Nice reception being made there by Fafita.
Yeah, love the Fafita family, great people. And this kid's 6'4". He must have, I think he's at the wrong school. He's supposed to be at American Fork, ended up at West, but they'll take him. He wants to restore the roar with the rest of them.
He set up a 2nd and short. That's a great play on a first down. Sui has a man right down the middle, just overthrown. Boy, he had Brown. Nobody was there. If that ball's on the inside and a little less, it's 6 for West.
Oh, man. Kingsley was sitting there. He's like, oh, my gosh, the ball's coming. Got to have a little more effort right there. Dive, dodge, don't dodge. I don't know why I thought dive, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Catch the ball. That's all we want.
Boy, middle of the field, wide open, missed opportunity. 3rd and short. This AF defense with a chance to answer.
Oh, man. I want to see some clapping from Sui.
Isaiah looking far side and that underthrown. Pressure bearing down on him and Hunter Clegg, and it'll be 4th and short. Would you go for it here, Moose?
Honestly, I would go for it here. This is no man's land unless you have a kicker with the last name Bingham.
Well, I was gonna reference the kicker. I don't remember his last name, Syracuse Weaver last year.
Oh my goodness! Every kicker in that game was hitting 50
yards left and right.
I think it was Jace Jones.
That sounds right.
My
4th
goodness.
and short. Offense staying on the field here for the Panthers. Motion. Kept. Nowhere to go. The American Fork defense stands it up as bursting through was Tyson Eggett, and West turns it over on downs.
Man. Great stance by the American Fork defense, even after a impressive 4th down called by the refs. They stayed tight, they stayed humble, but you're going to see, I wasn't expecting this to be a 3-0 game.
I wasn't either.
Halfway through the 2nd quarter. That's what's blowing my mind. The defensive effort from both teams is phenomenal.
And now we get our first drive for Champion Edwards, the senior quarterback for American Fork. We talk about his athleticism, 74% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns on the season. And our first look at Champ. He'll hand off on first down, getting the ground game going. Nice burst there for 6 yards.
Champ, he has been through the ringer. This is his 4th school he's played for. He played for East, Bishop Gorman, Corner Canyon, and now he's at American Fork. And he has been a grinder at each individual school he's played at. Phenomenal kid, phenomenal family. It's just fun to see him out there playing for American Fork and getting his opportunity.
Has a 2nd and short here for the Cavemen. They'll stay on the ground. Boy, lowering the shoulders. How about shaking off would-be tacklers as American Fork has another first down.
Oh, my gosh. In the immortal words of Ricky Bobby, that's some shake and bake, baby. My goodness gracious.
Remnants of the Magic Man there working, and Segura with the carry.
Oh, I like me some Segura.
I know you do. Ooh. My Segura.
Oh. He's got a theme song and everything. What a great day for Segura.
That's when you know you're in Moose's heart. When you get the theme song going. First down, Champ stepping up. Oh, that just couldn't be hauled in. Boy, big hit put on there by Bailahi. And right now you got to check knees and ankles.
Oh, my goodness. This is not a gymnastics class. No. There's no mats out there, but there's some flips happening with Bailahi on the field.
I'll tell you this. You talk to modern day folk, you talk to West folk, anyone who's at that game, and they say, Bailahi looked at home against the number 1 team in the country. They knew who 11 was by the time that game was over.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that was just a heck of a hit. I can't even say more about it.
2nd and 10 here for American Fork. Champ, design keeper, won't get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss on the plays. He's tracked down from behind. Laufau there for West.
A little bit extra activity on the back end by Jace Hall on Sesi Va'ahi. Oh.
Third and long.
Third and long. Let's see what they do.
What do you dial up here, Moose?
Oh, so probably some crossing patterns. If I've got Champ, he's got a lively arm. I want to see Jace Hall involved, and if Trey Roberts can get there. It's interesting that all the corners are 10 yards out.
Champ stepping up, running out of time, trying to buy extra time. Gets help on the block. Champ near side, inside the 40. He's going to be close. They might have him 2 yards short here, but a great game by Champ to make this a 4th and decision.
That's what makes Champ Edwards special. You're like, okay, nowhere to throw. What do we do? He's sacked. Nay! Champ Edwards, he's dipping, he's dodging, he's ducking, he's diving to get to the first down.
And AF now going to go for it on 4th and short. They've got to get to the 37. It's at the 39. Watts in the backfield. And again, movement up front. And it will be a first down for American Fork.
My goodness. They're beating themselves right there on the West defensive front. Can't just pin your ears back. You're going to learn.
Is that the third one, Moose?
Third and maybe 4th.
Man.
Oh. You hate to see it. Unless you're an American Fork fan.
Yeah, AF has no problem with it. First down for the Cavemen.
So Champ Edwards has learned the clap.
First and 10 after the penalty. First drive for Edwards. Looking to throw, looking deep. Boy, way too much on this one. As he was looking for Roberts, Vailahi and Tuaone there in coverage.
Looks like Roberts zigged when he was supposed to zag, or opposite. Tate Edwards thought he was doing a post corner, and it looks like he was just doing a post.
Second and 10 here.
It's interesting. AF is running a lot of formations. Some heavy, some trips, some wide. It's hard to defend that, understanding who's getting isolated and what's happening.
This is trips to the top of the screen. Edwards, pressure coming, got to get rid of it quickly, and does. That caught. Nice gain for the Cavemen there on second down. Will be 3rd and short.
That was a scary situation right there with Brown. He had a free release, free hit on Champ, and he was as cool as a cucumber standing in there.
Andrus with the reception. Remember, it was Jackson who just overthrew Andrus on that last possession. There it was Josh able to get the reception. 3rd and 2 here for the Cavemen.
American Fork has been moving pretty well with Champ.
Yeah.
They're not in region play yet, so this is still.
Edwards. Boy, a little hesitation there. Looking over the top. What a throw by Edwards. And it's caught and out of bounds inside the 5. 1st and goal, American Fork.
Oh, my goodness. Just the touch on that throw. The patience. Staying in the pocket. Atta boy, Champ Edwards. My goodness.
How about the vision? I mean, you can tell he wanted to get rid of that sooner. He was just kind of like, I got to give my guy a chance. And he was going to throw it up over the top.
And then he put it on the inside shoulder on that throw. That was perfect placement. Great job by the American Fork Cavemen. Blocking, catching, and throwing.
5 wide on 1st and goal here for Edwards. Champ, design keeper. We got whistles here. As this play will not count. We'll wait the call here. Back American Fork up 5 yards after the procedure penalty.
It's all right. Do you know who's in the backfield now? My Segura. Here we go. We got the one, the only in there. If you don't know, now you know.
1st and goal.
A little more complicated at the 10 than the 5. I don't think they're going to do a quarterback keeper anymore.
They just want more space, more yards, right? Edwards looking over the middle. Vailahi there in coverage.
That was some John Elway heat with that ball.
Yeah.
My goodness. You could just hear it whistling.
Still can't tell you the intended target. Again, AF jerseys from afar, not the easiest to see. Our apologies.
We're getting older.
In the vicinity of a receiver. That's just where we're going to have to leave it.
You know what? I'm getting older. You're getting older.
Yeah.
We might need some LASIK or something soon.
Second and goal here for Champ. Blitz right up the middle. Looking end zone incomplete. And thought there might have been flags, and they're going to say that Hola was there a little bit early for West.
Sessi Valahi does not agree with that call. Throwing his arm up. Come on, ref. But he was just a bit early.
It's turned into an offensive game.
Don't tell me that. Defense and special teams is what win games, is what I've heard in the past. But it has turned into an offensive
game. I don't say that'd be critical. It's hard to play defense.
I just love those Alabama LSU 9-6 games. I think everyone does.
Who doesn't?
Most of the country, let's be honest here.
It moves at half the distance to the goal. Second and goal here from the 5 after the pass interference penalty. AF still looking to get things kind of sorted out here. Plenty of time on the play clock.
Oh, my goodness. Looks like Carter Conley wasn't out where he needed to be for this heavy package.
Yeah, how about under center for the first time tonight for American Fork? Power run.
Whoa!
And a power stop made by the Panthers. In on the tackle was number 8, Kimani Lautaimi, with the stop.
My goodness. You're always, as an offensive lineman, you sit there and you identify the threats. Who are the 5 most dangerous guys? You get him, I'll get him, you get him, I'll get him. Someone forgot about number 8. That dude was flying with bad intentions.
Yes, he was. Third and goal. Back to pistol formation. Champ rolling, has his tight end. That caught. Stretching it out. And West has it. There's no indication of a touchdown.
Whoa!
West is saying they have it.
Little
and they
premature
do.
on the celebration right there.
The official there signaled West High football.
Oh my goodness. The stretch, the reach, and nothing. Let's see if we can see it on the replay.
We won't have it for you there on the stream. You'll have to go back and watch it. We're just waiting for the live to catch up. But AF is saying that ball was stretched across the goal line. It obviously came out. It's just whether it crossed the plane or not. The officials here saying West generates the turnover. What a stop.
Wow. That's a swing of 14 points right there.
No kidding.
My goodness. You thought it was 7 in the books. Now 7 taken away.
First down for the Panthers after the big defensive turnover.
That was a great job by Champ. Great job by the O-line. Not living to see another day.
Looking near side. That caught. Not a lot of gain there.
Flag on the ground. There's dirty laundry everywhere in this game. Holding, it looks like, on the offense. They're just happy they have the ball.
Yeah. We did have another look at that previous play. Hard to tell. I mean, the angle's hard to tell whether that ball stretched across it. That's where I'll stop.
That's a nice way of putting it. Just stopping where you should.
We are at an angle, so you don't have perfect visibility to see where that line is. It's certainly close. I can't tell.
We need to get the GoPro camera on the pylon.
I'd love it.
KSL, help us out.
Well, no, it's our intern. Our intern just doesn't care to bring it.
Freaking interns.
Preston.
My gosh, Preston.
Penalty on West. We'll back him up big.
Oh.
Keep here. Suisui, boy, just tripped up. Nice job by that AF defense. Could have been a lot more had they not made that stop. It's a game of about 8.
Suisui might need to change his last name to Houdini. My goodness. Thought the ball was there. Now you see me, now you don't.
You know, I really want him. I don't know if he's got. I really want him to find a way to get to Arkansas. Sui. Right?
Yeah, I like it. I never would have thought about that.
Yeah. Inside of 4 minutes to go here.
Big BYU fan to my left here researching out who they're playing.
Suisui has a man. That caught. Tuaone wrapped up. But it's a first down for West.
There's some dirty laundry back there again.
That back in the pocket. And this appears to be on West's
Sweet. So nice they named him twice. My goodness. Great throw, great catch. And what's going on with the refs?
No, it is on American Fork. West has started to come back, and so I thought it was going to be on them, but the indication here is on the Cavemen, and it's going to be tacked on. Boy, roughing the passer. Big one.
That's a big old penalty. Welcome to the opposite side of the field, West High.
Yeah, that's a tack on to the end of the play, so plus 15 puts it at the AF 46. 3.5 to go here. West can make some noise late in this first half.
Yes, they can. My goodness.
Motion, Tuone gets the sweep. Oh, good blocking. Tuone, first down and more to the 32-yard line. First down AF, or first down West.
Close. Tuone, I mean, he's a shutdown corner. He can take these jet sweeps. He can do it all. He hasn't quite snapped the ball yet, but he's on the list, I'm sure.
Look, here's the thing. This is the Region 2 favorite going toe-to-toe right now with the contender in Region 4.
Mind-boggling.
It's not, but that's okay. 3 minutes to go here. Sweep again. Here's Vailahi trying to stretch it wide.
Oh.
Vailahi back inside, tackled at the 29.
You know what? You're sitting there, you're like, back to the line of scrimmage. It was a gain of 4.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, Sassy, I like it. Keep going.
Let me clarify that previous statement. This is a West team that won a playoff game last year for the first time in like 20-plus years. It's been a program that's being built under Coach Solo V, and they know, look, this is a big game for them. They're not fully healthy, but they know if they want to take the next step of contending in state, this is a game they got to be competitive in. They've had this circled for years. Even last year's game, they had circled. They want retribution. They're in it. Like, you can tell this team's ready to go. Back to the ground. Big stop. Beautiful job bursting through there defensively for American Fork. That Eggett again there on the stop.
It's been really interesting watching this West team, to be honest with you. When I was recruiting for BYU, I'd go pick up players that we were recruiting from East, like Joe Tukuafu and Ula Tolutau. Great players for East High School, and I'd pick them up, and it'd be a stone's throw from West High School. Now these guys are staying at West High School.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Moose. There's been a change in the winds. We want to thank those who make the stream of West High football possible. Want to thank Vittorio Real Estate and Financial Services, excited to be a sponsor of West High School football. Owned and operated by Vittoria Tanuvasa, we are a team of industry professionals committed to genuinely serving our neighbors on the West Side with all of their real estate and life insurance needs. As a proud alumnus of West High School class of 2004, Vittoria looks forward to supporting the Panther community. Want to thank Vittoria Real Estate and Financial Services for their sponsorship of West High football on KSL Sports Rewind.
Yeah, before Coach Solovi came into West, do you know the last D1 football player to come out of West?
No, I don't.
Eric Takanaka, that played at BYU, a safety that also was an All-American at Snow College. Little fun facts for you right there.
That is a fun fact. Dusty's going to be jealous. You're starting to drop fun facts on him. Suisui, a lot of time looking over the middle. Tuone, touchdown, West! Penalty flag late after the play, back near the line of scrimmage. What a throw by Suisui. We'll see if it stands.
Someone's getting chewed out. Looks like Tonga. That was a heck of a play.
Oh, my goodness. How about that throw? How about the protection? And it looks like this is coming back.
My goodness.
Boy, what would have been just a huge play for West on what was 3rd and 9. Coming back to the penalty. Ineligible receiver downfield called on the Panthers.
Oh, no. Sometimes you're blocking hard in pass pro. Sometimes you block far. Just don't block too far. That's a killer penalty. Knocks you out of field goal range, too.
Yep.
Well,
it does.
Yeah.
3rd and 14 here.
You get in the huddle, you said, we did it once, let's do it again, gentlemen.
Yeah. I mean, look, you've made that defense think. A couple of Pass it down the field. Movement here.
You got to hold your water. You can't be jumping. Got to be careful there. There's a lot of other things I could say, but I can't say it on the TV.
Remember, would have been a touchdown. And the penalty brought it back, and now another penalty here that having to be sorted out. 1:55 to go here in the first half.
Man.
Take a moment, thank a couple of other sponsors. Want to thank UCCU. Check out Utah Community Credit Union for all of your banking needs. Also want to thank Western Governors University. Make 2022 the year of you. Learn more at wgu.edu. Penalty called there on West. Backs him up 5 yards. Be 3rd and 19. Now we got a great scene. The clouds, the sun setting here. It is a gorgeous scene here at American Fork High School. And the defense trying to make it pretty on the field here as well. 3rd and 19.
Throwing down, got trips.
Suisui running out of time and space. Brought down for the sack.
Man, the future Cardinal. Big brain, big body, bigger heart. My goodness gracious.
And American Fork here taking the time out to stop the clock, get the offense back out on the field. 4th down when we come back. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week.
Salt Lake Running Company is inspiring our community to move with purpose, embrace adventure, and consciously connect to their bodies. Exercise is essential, now more than ever. Take control of the chaos and make time for you. From the gym to the trail, SLRC can help you find the focus to define your finish line. Visit one of our 5 locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.
Welcome back. Want to remind you, check out KSL Sports Rewind or KSLSports.com every week for game streams, highlights, recap show. We got your high school sports addiction covered on KSLSports.com. Movement again.
Man, these penalties are killing them.
Coach Solovi, the hat just came off. I mean, I think that speaks to some of the frustration. And again, this is a drive that you had the ball in the end zone. And rather than having a lead, you're faced with 4th and 20 plus and you're punting.
Not only that, you had the momentum from getting the ball back. You had everything going for you. Football is really a game of momentum, to be honest with you. It's palpable. It's in the air. Now Sessi Valahi with a great snap.
Bringing pressure. Gets it away. Nice punt. Taken at the 13-yard line. Looking for a bit of an angle. This is Hall. Trying to cut back. Still on his feet and brought down to the 22.
In all reality, great return of 10 yards right there. Good punt. Good pressure. Great special teams by both teams.
1:35 to go here. No timeouts left for American Fork. Leading 3-0. And we'll see. Look, Champ, it's his second drive. See if he can move the ball down the field in the remaining 95 seconds of the half.
This is a big drive. You can go up by 2 scores going into the half.
Even a field goal here, right? I mean, just something to get a little bit of traction. I mean, 3-0. I don't think anyone saw this score, Moose.
No. I was predicting 26-28 going into the half.
That caught and working out of bounds.
Oh, be careful.
Look, that's what you want to do, right? Work sidelines, work the chains. Just take off 4 seconds there.
Yeah. Great job. American Fork has the offense where you can get those chunk plays quickly. They've got the receivers that you can do it too. Let's just see if they can pull the trigger on it.
Trips to the bottom of the screen here. Champ working top side, caught, out of play again. That'll stop the clock. Tuone there with the tackle.
They have plenty of time. It's not like they're fighting the clock. They've got 90 seconds.
Yeah, they got a lot of time, especially if you can keep working the sideline like they are. That was Roberts on that last reception. He'll come off here. This defense has made big plays for West to keep this a 3-point ball game. Second down. Looking over the middle, caught. First down and across the 50-yard of the Cavemen.
Great play. Got to get up on that ball. That was an impressive strike right there. He had 3 guys around him. Just great pass and catch.
Clock running again here. And we got a flag here. We'll back up American Fork. That will stop the clock. 1:06 to go here in our first half. I'll tell you what.
Tell me.
And I hope this comes across the way I intend it to.
Okay.
For all the talk about Champ's athleticism, he's been on point through the air.
Yeah.
Like, he's been extremely accurate on his throws. He's had a good first half.
I've been waiting to watch him since he was a freshman.
Agreed, me too.
Like, I've followed him since he was at Bishop Gorman. I followed him at East. I followed him at Corner Canyon. Now I'm excited to finally see him out here slinging the rock.
It's a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15. Clock running. Edwards over the middle again. That caught. And just moving defenders. And a first down on the reception. That's why you work legs, Moose.
Yeah, my goodness. He had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 dudes on his back.
I think they said that was Jet Nelson, 6'4", 205 junior on the reception. I think it's what they said. Hard to tell.
Wait, 6'4"? Oh, he must be at American Fork.
Must be.
Huh.
Inside of a minute to go. Edwards. Again, boundary. Caught out of bounds immediately there by Roberts. Stop the clock.
At the very least, you're in field goal range now. Champ has done a great job getting down, and now he can do what the immortal words of Little John says, shot, 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 shot.
Are you surprised how far off Tuaone is playing?
I'm not. He's trying to protect the touchdown right now.
Right.
And Trey is a very good receiver, but he can jam.
Second and short, and that incomplete.
So it looks like they're doing double coverage on him. They've got someone bumping Trey underneath, and they're almost playing not quarters but thirds in the backfield with Tuaone back there taking about a half of the field and 2 other guys taking the other areas in the field too.
Third and
so
short.
It's kind of some zone concepts popping up here. You know who I want to see here?
Tell me.
Masagura!
Edwards looking for Trey. Caught! Hey, look. All right, to the point, that's why you're playing back. That time Tuaone comes up, it's, hey, I'm going to come inside of it, and a big gain, first down.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What a throw by Champ, too, in traffic. Looking for the out, miscommunication there, incomplete. We'll stop the clock, 27 seconds to go.
27 seconds is a lifetime when you're in the red zone.
Yeah. How about Champ? He's moved the ball in just over a minute. Started back at their 22.
And the thing is, he should have had he could have had a touchdown over here as well. So I think he's been more efficient in this half than his competition at quarterback.
Second down. Bunch formation. That cut down immediately. Nice pursuit there made by Vailahi.
Way to go, Lava Vailahi. Man.
Yeah, you got to get up quickly here, and West's going to take a timeout with 16 seconds to go. Coach Solovey wanting to get that defense really tight here.
All right.
I can understand it.
I respect it.
You don't want to concede the 6, right? So get the defense set. Try to get a big third down stop.
Yeah. This will be big. I think if Champ can get this touchdown, he'll be the starter coming in the second half. It'll be interesting to watch. But Junior Solovey on the other side, defensive genius and offensive genius.
Yeah, I'll tell you, look, they've had a great game plan. We talk about they've been coming in. They're missing guys up front. They're missing some of their athletes in this game, guys that have had nagging injuries. They know region plays right around the corner. They want to get healthy, prepared for that. This game is important. It puts them on the scene in the state of Utah. But they know region championship, that's where they want to be right now. And so Holding some guys out, helping them get healthy. But look, it's been a resilient effort from West here in this first half.
This is a huge prove-it ground for both teams going into the playoffs as well. These are the type of teams you're going to face, not the teams that you're used to.
The Sticks has third down. The scoreboard says second. I think it is second down. No, it is third. It is third down.
Look at this bunch formation at the top.
Champ looking over the middle, stepping up, buying time, end zone, intercepted. Picked off in the end zone. And it was Daniel Aneo as West. How about 2 turnovers from the Panthers, one at the 1 yard line, the other in the end zone?
That's the one thing you got to do as a quarterback. You can't force it. Champ was looking at the clock, thinking, I've got to get something here. It was third down. You had another down, lived to see another day. But I actually love the way he moved the ball. It's been a defensive battle.
No kidding.
If I were to tell you, hey, American Fork's got a tough defense, and West, I'd be like lying to you going in this game, thinking that'd be this score.
Another defensive stop by West. The offense will come out, 8 seconds left. They do have a timeout. I think you're satisfied to go to the locker room. That would seem to be the indication from the formation, as indeed Suasuri will take a knee. We thought this would be competitive. It has been 3-0 American Fork with the lead at the break.
Well, I like this going into the second half. This is just a story that's waiting to be told, to be honest with you.
This game, it's a battle. Halftime, American Fork leading. West will be back. You're watching West High and American Fork High School football, a shared Rewind Network game only on KSLSports.com.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front, SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
It all starts with a smile. To show you care, offer a sign of love, welcome someone home. Even when we don't see each other, or share a room, even without words, smiles bring us together. Let's keep yours healthy. Stonehaven Dental. Schedule online at stonehavendental.com.
Welcome back. Start of the second half. Dane Stewart, Moose Bingham with you here on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. 3-0 American Fork. It hasn't had the offensive fireworks that we thought. It's been a defensive showdown, Moose.
For everyone that took that bet at Windover tonight on the 3-0 for American Fork, congratulations.
It's paying out big. Of course, this is a family program. We would never, recommend such activity, Moose.
It was a joke, and I should be more careful with my jokes. But
I was going to agree. Now, there's AF fans who are like, we should add 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
2 turnovers inside the 5. I get it, but give credit to the West defense because it's been a bend but don't break mentality.
Yeah, it's been absolutely fun to watch. And this West team is tough. I mean, if you would have had this matchup a year, 2 years ago, it'd be 16-0 right now. That's what's crazy. West is coming in. They've got a lot of good dudes, and I'm excited to see what they do here.
They did play last year. It was a 40-20-ish game for AF. Is second half underway. This fielded on the run up, looking for somewhere to go. Big hit popped to the 26.
Oh my goodness gracious! Number 20, Darren Mae. Whoa!
Look, here's the deal. If you're going to wear 20, you better bring it. Mae did.
It has been brought. That is a statement going into the second half. We're not going anywhere, says the West High Panthers. Rar, rar, rar.
I was curious who would start this second half. It is Lincoln Jackson. Coach Beam sticking with. We're going to alternate series with these two. Champ moved the ball really well. It's an opportunity here for Lincoln to try to keep that offensive momentum.
What you got to do is one of these guys has to take that roll by the reins.
Pressure coming here from West. AF will go on the ground. A gain of a couple here on the carry up to the 30-yard line.
And who do you think that was?
I think it was Watts. I think it was 21 with the carry. I think Dax had it.
I think it was too. You were right about these numbers. It's hard to see them.
Yeah, you were teasing me before the game. I'm like, you just wait, Moose. You just wait.
You got to fill those numbers in. Whoever's buying the uniforms next time for American Fork.
They look great up close, but broadcasting, woo. Second down.
Another run.
Yeah, Watts again. Up the middle, stood up and bounces off the pile. Dax has a first down, out of bounds at the 42. Love the stick-to-itiveness from the junior running back.
I'm loving the grit from these running backs. This offensive line, they're saying, let's run the rock. We like this.
I'll tell you, we were talking with Coach Beam before the game. He said, we ran the ball really well last week. And I go, Coach, that's awesome. Feels like that's been an element that's been missing. He looked at us and just smiled and just kind of nodded. You can tell he's excited about this running game.
And it's not like American Fork doesn't have great offensive linemen. Riker Matthews.
Kept here by Jackson. Pushing ahead, showing his physicality, a gain of 3.
Riker Matthews, you've had so many good offensive linemen, NFL offensive linemen coming through this program. They have a great one with the Dallas Cowboys right now.
Bring him a second down.
Trips up top.
Ooh.
He didn't cry. That's a little ticky.
Here's the thing. I'm trying to remember if it's a playing thing in college. Like if the helmet comes across, if that's a...
I don't think his helmet came across.
You don't? Okay.
From my angle right here, we might need to see the replay.
Well, the line judge disagrees with you. It's a 5-yard penalty. We'll move it up. It'll be 2nd and 1.
That's it. The refs are on my bad side again. Didn't want it to happen. Here we go.
They have called a precise game tonight, Moose.
Very precise.
2nd and 1. Jackson looking up the sideline. Has a man just overthrew. His target was looking for Jet Nelson. Just a yard in front.
Law, he's sitting there stretching his legs out as much as he can. He's like, this dude's 6'4". Come on, man.
We got a flamingo in the student section here.
Oh, there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
Interesting hats. Great student section support right now.
Indeed.
For their fallen
We'll talk about that here in a moment.
Talk about
3rd and 1. Jackson on the keep, and he's brought down behind the line. Boy, Tukuai Suva was not falling for that one. How about the stay at home from Julius to drop Lincoln for a loss?
Julius bringing the juice. You love to see it. Wow.
before the game, American Fork, they honored Emily Traveler, was a student at American Fork, had an injury, working through a paralysis, and has been feeling back, has been going through the rehabilitation. It's a high snap here, kicked away, but honoring her before the game with the captains, the student section dressed in to support Emily. It was a great scene here at AF. It was a great punt, and it is killed at the 1. Great special teams play as West will start from the shadow of their own goal line.
Really interesting. New punter in there for American Fork on that last punt. Didn't catch the number. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But heck of a punt. Yeah. Nice bounce, too. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and that was a great bounce.
The West defense coming up with another stop is now it's up to the offense. 99 yards in front of them.
You got that tightness in your chest right now if you're the West offense. Got to get some breathing room.
Yeah.
Man, whoever threw that ball, that was a great throw, too.
This AF defense, they've done a really nice job, Moose. I mean, they've really not allowed a lot tonight.
They were young last year. They're getting in a
under center here.
Front.
Sui hands off for nice carry there up the right side. A gain of about 6, maybe 7. Give a little bit of space here for the Panthers.
Now you can just go like this. Woo!
Right.
We got some breathing room.
Good push by that offensive line to create the running lane. As I want to say on the carry, it was Brown, I believe. 2nd and about 3 here.
Man.
Sui will hand off again, this time working the left side. And
gain of 1,
down to the
2.
10, yeah.
The crazy thing is this game is not decided in any way, shape, or form, to be honest with you, Dane.
This game feels like it's teetering and could really go either direction right now.
If West can get a big chunk play, maybe a touchdown here, they're going to have American Fork on their heels.
Yep. 3rd and 1 for the Panthers. Back to the pistol here for Isaiah. Handing off, first down for West. Good carry up that right side. I believe it's 26 there. Vainuku.
Vainuku.
I believe it's 26. On an angle, it's tough to see.
So going into this game, I did a Twitter poll. If you guys aren't following me at MooseB90 to vote on the next one, do. But 66% of the millions and millions of people that voted on the Twitter poll said that AF was going to run away with this game.
They'll stay on the ground on first down. Vainuku, nice cutback, has a bit of a lane and just got tripped up. Boy, good take there, a gain of 9, and Moose, that West running game starting to find its stride.
Man, it's like watching a old locomotive. Chugga, 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 choo, choo. Man.
The Panthers on the run. See what I did?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
They're on the prowl.
On the prowl. 2nd and 1.
Let's see if they keep the ball on the ground or start taking some shots.
American Fork showing pressure around the edge, and it will stall this ground game. Back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. There's good pressure from that AF defense.
One thing you don't want is your lineman turned around, and he was facing the wrong direction right there.
Now we got a lineman down here for West. Come out having a look at an injured player as we'll step aside as injury time out here. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time. Courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I'm going to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
West High football on KSL Sports Rewinds, presented by Fausha Construction. I want to thank them for their sponsorship. Of course, every American Fork and every West High football game will be available for live stream right here on KSLSports.com. I want to thank our sponsors who make that possible. It was Alex Castillo, the injured West lineman, able to walk off to the sideline under his own power. 3rd and 1 here for West. Back under center. First down again here on the carry. And once again, it is Vainuku.
One interesting thing you can see in that, you see number 8 or 9, number 8 going in there. Kaimani Luotuma. He came in at the tight end position, giving that heavy formation on the right side of the line. And they're like, give us your best, you give us your best, we'll give you our best. And we're going to run right at you.
Shotgun formation here for Sui. It has been all runs for West on this drive that started their own 1-yard line. That snap low, picked up by Isaiah, just trying to make something out of it. He's going to go down for a loss. And boy, mishandled. And that one's going to be costly for West as that AF defense opportunistically tackles them for a loss.
Well, you got to get the snap up. A lot of times the most important position in the whole game is the center. You touch the ball every single down. And if you don't give that ball correctly to the quarterback, it's going to be a world of hurt for you in the game.
And now you're off schedule, right? I mean, it's one thing when you're picking up 3, 4, 5, 7 yards. Now you got to dig out of 2nd and 14 here. It'll be Sui in the shotgun. Looking on a rope and through the hands of Sesi Vailahi, and that is not a play that you'll see him miss frequently, Moose.
Oh, my goodness. He gave the pound on the chest, looked at his hands, said, I forgive you. Please come back and help me out next time. But great pass, great vision. Just got to execute that throw and catch.
Boy, that would have been close to a first down, maybe a first down. And instead, it'll be 3rd and 14, and another chance for this American Fork defense to get a stop.
They like to throw out of this 2x2, turning it into a 3x1.
Sui up the sideline, intercepted, picked off, tracking it, and intercepting it. It's our man, Caleb Peterson.
Caleb Peterson has been extremely impressive today. I didn't even hear his name before this game, and now he's a household name. My goodness, Caleb Peterson, you long-rangey DB, way to go.
That's a tough throw to fit into that coverage. And, boy, you're 3rd and 14. You're trying to make a play. Peterson coming over. First turnover of the day there for West.
I was really impressed with that. There are some long-rangey defensive backs for American Fork, and Caleb Peterson is making his mark.
Jackson back on the field here for this drive. First down up the middle here with Dax. Watts able to pick up 5. And that actually might not have been Dax. That might have been our guy, Mai Segura.
Keep running with him.
2nd down.
Keeping the same quarterback out, too.
Looking tight end all the way, and that just overthrown. Miscommunication there will bring up a 3rd and 6 here for the Cavemen, as we've got cramps here for a West player. They'll work to stretch that out. Never fun, although it's nice to have a bit of a chill in the air. The fall maybe starting to arrive here, Moose.
Oh my gosh, I can feel the pumpkin spice getting brewed right now.
It's nice, isn't it? Want to thank Omi Photo for their sponsorship of West High football on KSL Sports. Omi Photo by Naomi Messina is located at 7819 South Highland Drive in Cottonwood Heights. Whether you're looking for a photo shoot with your family, team, or special occasion, come support Naomi at OMI Photo. Call 801-949-6365. That number again, 801-949-6365 for Omi Photo. Also want to thank Intermountain Fire Protection. Your home and your business are far too important to not be protected from fire and natural disasters. Intermountain Fire Protection, a sponsor here of KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of West High football.
I hope it's just a cramp.
I mean, I think they're trying to stretch it out. That's what it kind of looks like. Want to give you that number for Intermountain Fire Protection, 801-419-8084. Intermountain Fire Protection will make sure that your home or business is not only up to code, but protected from fire and its destruction. Again, that number, 801-419-8084. Of course, this is a network shared game, American Fork and West High football on KSL Sports Rewind. As they continue to work here, and I thought it was just cramps. They're still trying to work it out. We'll take a brief break, step aside, and be back after this. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind on KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy.
Welcome back. Alava Vailahi was the injured West player, was able to kind of jog off it. Look, it took some stretching to get that thing to work out. Hope that we'll have a chance to see him back on the field. He's had a nice game today.
Yeah.
3rd and 6.
That's a big loss, especially when you got a new corner going up against a 6'4" behemoth right here.
Jackson, pressure coming.
Whoa!
Deflected.
The ball.
No, that was a throw. That was a throw. Boy, your eyes are getting bad, Moose.
I'm getting excited. Anytime the ball's on the ground, I'm like a golden retriever with a tennis ball.
That was Kimani Lautaime with the deflection there, and the West defense getting a stop. AF will come out to punt.
Man, I'm used to being a defensive back at times. I trained as an outside linebacker defensive back in my day. Anytime the ball goes in there, you yell, ball!
Look, you play to the whistle blows, right?
Yeah, you never know.
Unless it's near the sideline, then you got to pull off. So.
Oh, this snapper not giving the punter any help.
Kick. Fair catch taken at the 10. They'll call the 11.
Oh, great hands by the puncher. That snapper needs to keep his back a little bit flatter. His tail is coming up, the ball's going up, and you don't want to see that. West staying strong on defense.
Yeah, that's maybe been the most impressive part of tonight to me, has been, look, this AF offense, we talked about it, 48 points week 1 against Roy, 48 points week 2 against Weber, 3 through 30 minutes, 30-plus minutes. As on the ground here for the Panthers, not much there. Of course, this West defense pitched a shutout week 1 against Clearfield before conceding 42 to Mater Dei, the number 1 team in the country, last week.
The crazy thing for me, you look on the American Fork sideline, they have technology, they have replay, they've got all this stuff to go on like what's going on. And you look at the West, we got to get them some more TVs going on over there.
Can you imagine, West, if they did have it?
The difference it would make.
2nd down. They'll get the fly sweep again to One. Tackle the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. AF was ready for it. And
Great.
Now we will get, look, there's only so many times you come up with those hands up, right? And I think we're going to get the call here. I believe will be on West.
Little excessive blocking right there. My goodness. That was a textbook tackle right there by number 1.
That would have been Zane Edwards on the stop. And that has been one of the elements tonight, as well as West has played defensively. Offense had a couple of opportunities, but the penalties have just been killers on both sides of the ball tonight.
Oh.
And they actually call a personal foul. This is going to be offsetting.
Okay.
So that's a big one there for West. I thought it was going to be one direction. Instead, offsetting penalties here will keep it.
Is that a replay of down?
It is
then?
a replay of down.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not.
Well, not replay
My
of
bad.
down.
Third down.
Need to brush up on that rule book right there.
I do, yeah. 3rd and 11.
As I've never read it.
Sui stepping up. Has a man. Intercepted. Boy, he had a receiver in Holbrook, and it's American Fork with the pick inside the red zone as a penalty flag thrown here near the sideline, but the Cavemen set up after the second interception by this AF defense.
Oh, that was a 50-50 ball, and the defense came up with it. Great play, my goodness.
Boy, I thought Holbrook had a chance to pull that down for West, but the safety was just stronger with it, and the Cavemen will have it on the plus side of the field once again.
Crazy.
Of course, we got to figure out this penalty. I would guess would be on American Fork, as it was late in the return. My guess would be a block in the back of sort.
15, so it'll be the 35. Yep, good call, Moose. Man, you got to work as a receiver. All these receivers I see out here doing all these ladder drills. Work on your strength, gentlemen. Work on your downfield blocking and your hands. The stronger your hands, the stronger your touchdowns will be, and you can win those 50-50 balls right there like that.
So rather than being inside the 20, AF will be at the 35. Great field position for the Cavemen. Still looking for that separator, and it will be Champ Edwards in at quarterback for this drive. 3:54 to go here in the third. Designed run for Champ. Trying to get to the edge. Champ forced out of play after a gain of about 3, maybe 4.
3-2.
And a late flag here coming on. And there was an American Fork player who was clapping. Would seem to give an indication it might be on West.
We already have an
down
AF
to 20.
player
My guy's
at the
going to be
20.
right here. Just come on down.
He doesn't need a huddle by the refs.
Yeah.
Number 20. Looks like that's Justin Bourgeoisie. Or Borges.
It's actually Bourgeois. They said, feel free to run with the French accent on that one. Bourgeois.
Oh, bonjour, bourgeois. Tu parlez-vous français?
I probably shouldn't have told Moose that.
No! You should not have.
We got Bourgeois, who's got the French accent with him. We got McChesney with the Scottish.
Oh, there's all sorts of accents that'll be popping out on these
Region
broadcasts.
4, man. Imagine AF Lone Peak. You're going to be speaking foreign languages, Moose.
Oh, my goodness. All of these acting classes are finally paying off.
And we're going to have offsetting unsportsmanlike here. So,
Bourgeois,
American
get
Fork,
back on the other side.
all of the, hey, guys, this ball's moving. Nay.
Oh, no.
We will be offsetting.
Bourgeois cannot predict the future yet. Chilling at the 20-yard line.
Well, he probably saw half of it, didn't see the other half would be my guess. Second down.
Oh, man. What a fun name. Congratulations, Bourgeois. Champ Edwards back in the game.
Yeah, officially a gain of 2 for Champ on that first down carry. Edwards looking to throw a little stutter step, and that pass incomplete. Was looking for Aiden Cage on the play. He gave a little stutter, came inside that throw, looking to the sideline, and incomplete.
It's crazy, all the transfers. Aiden Cage is from Cottonwood, was one of their leading receivers last year. And Champ actually did a good job lofting that ball up and giving him an opportunity right there. But everywhere I look, Charlie Holbrook on the other team from Farmington. It's a collection of a multitude of athletes from everywhere.
3rd and 8 for the Cavemen. The out, caught, and a first down for American Fork. An old tight end, as that was Andrus with the reception and a gain of 9.
Man, if I'm American Fork, I'm just saying, you know what? We're running 12 personnel from now on. We just need to see more tight ends out there.
That out route has been the best route tonight for American Fork. They've hit that consistently.
Yeah, you can get 200 yards just without routes.
Yes.
But that elusive end zone is staying away from the Cavemen.
First down. Hiding a little H-back right behind the line. Edwards looking just overthrew his target, was trying to connect there with Hull, and just a step in front.
Man.
Moose, they were trying to go to your guy. You said you wanted to see Hull, and
I did.
Just missed him.
I feel like Coach Beam is sitting out here like Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore. Get in your hole, ball. Please, get in your hole.
Don't you want to go home?
Don't you want to go home? That's your home, ball.
Second and 10.
Looking for their home.
West showing pressure. And back out of it. Edwards. There it is again. Caught down to the 15 and tackled at the 12. First down for American Fork. Penalty flag back just beyond the line of scrimmage. And this is going to be ineligible downfield. West had a touchdown comeback earlier.
I don't know. Champ is clamping.
Going to come back.
Oh, now he's upset.
Well,
now he's not clapping.
The official who threw it gave the old tap of the cap, and that wasn't meant to say my hat fits well tonight.
So funny seeing everyone's reactions out here.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not. And then we got Bourgeoisie still chilling in the end zone. For Bourgeois.
A lot of penalties tonight. Of course, a majority of those from West, but a costly one there for American Fork rather than 1st and 10 at the 12. This one's going to come back. We got a West player down here, actually, and I'd missed that amongst all the action. We've got an injury. We'll step aside as they have a look at the injured Panther. We'll be back. You're watching West High and American Fork high school football only on KSL Sports Rewind.
Salt Lake Running Company is inspiring our community to move with purpose, embrace adventure, and consciously connect to their bodies. Exercise is essential, now more than ever. Take control of the chaos and make time for you. From the gym to the trail, SLRC can help you find the focus to define your finish line. Visit one of our 5 locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.
Welcome back to West High Football on KSL Sports, presented by Fauja Construction. Injured player was Daniel Aneo. He's had a couple nice plays tonight, had the interception in the end zone, and good to see him able to walk this one off.
Yeah, that's the second corner we're seeing going down. At this point, you might see Khalil out there at corner.
That or Vailahi, you move him from safety, maybe go safety / corner, and just let him play both positions. Hey, Moose?
No, I like Khalil out there at corner.
All right.
That's probably why I'm not a coach.
Second down and 15 here for American Fork after the penalty. Champ rolling to his right, looking sideline.
Oh!
Boy, that is a heck of a grab, but couldn't get his feet in. That was Trey Roberts.
Trey Roberts just pulling it out of his hat. My goodness.
It's in the family, Moose.
Dude. Chase Roberts is an intimidating young man. He came off his mission. Do you know how tall he is? 6'4".
I was going to say 6'4", but that's been the magical number tonight.
He's a true 6'4", too.
It'll be 3rd and 15. And, boy, this is work for Edwards. Motion here. They'll stay on the run. No, it's a half-back pass. Has a man caught by Trey Roberts. Touchdown, American Fork.
Wow. We've been waiting for those lights all night long. My goodness. Wow. That was a heck of a play.
How about not one, not two, but three quarterbacks at American Fork as they go into the bag of tricks to finally punch through to the end zone as it's 9-0.
Wow. Didn't see that one coming. Impressive play, too.
Point after try here for the Cavemen. Kick is up. Kick is good. 10-0 American Fork with the lead at home. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind only on KSLSports.com.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front, SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
Welcome back. Want to thank sponsors of West High football here on KSL Sports Rewind. Mountain Ops, the local nutrition company helping improve the lives of individuals and families through high-quality supplements and Conquer Hunger meal donations. Thanks to Mountain Ops for sponsoring West High football on KSL Sports Rewind. Also want to thank Western Governors University. Make 2022 the year of you. $2,500 scholarships available. To learn more, visit wgu.edu. Take that next step in your education on your time at your convenience at Western Governors University.
Incredible play. Trey Roberts with a catch. He was as open as he could have been. But let's get back to what everyone wants to see, the kickoff.
Would love to give credit to whoever threw it. We just couldn't see the number as this kick fielded at the 10. This is Vailahi working up through traffic up the middle and taken down at the 35-yard line. And we'll see if West can get traction on that offense, Moose. They've been able to move it at times, but they've just always kind of stubbed their toe. Penalties, turnovers, not been able to find their rhythm here tonight.
Yeah, I think West, it's going to be interesting how they respond to the adversity because they've had 55 points scored on them without scoring a touchdown in the last bit. A bit of it was modern day.
Yeah, I'm going to put an asterisk on that comment, but it is true.
Asterisk away.
2:42 left here in the third. Sui looking. Going to step up, trying to find a lane, and that ball came out. Picked up by the Cavemen, and we'll get a scoop and score. Touchdown, American Fork. You talk about a play for the Cavemen earlier tonight where it looked like they were going to score a touchdown. That ball came out questionably late, and West may be saying the same thing. Sometimes, Moose, it just works out in the wash. A scoop and score for American Fork.
I believe that's number 23.
Is it Eggett, 23?
Tyson Egan?
I think it is.
Way to go, young man. He was stumbling, rumbling, and bumbling getting into that end zone.
You know how tall he is?
6'3".
6'3", 225. Eggett able to push this to a 3-possession game.
He's no tight end, but we'll love him anyways.
How about West? 3 turnovers on their last 3 possessions, Moose.
It's got to be tough because they've had guys go down. There's only about 30 of them out there.
Kick is up. Kick is good. 17-0 American Fork. Creating distance.
Yeah. Man. I think it was number 70 out there on PAT. Blocking for him. Ryder Black, it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Ryder.
You know, Tyson Eggett, he had the scoop and score. Now he's got to go down and do kickoff coverage. That lineman, tell you, he is getting his cardio in tonight. I said lineman, linebacker.
Linebacker.
This is a linebacker.
You know what? You take that as a compliment. Everyone wants to be a lineman at the end of the day. Now, I'm interested to see what they do on this kickoff because they had about the worst of both worlds on their last kickoff by Tate Farnsworth. You either want it to be driven into the end zone and have no hang time, or you want that beautiful hang time.
You ready for a fun fact?
Yeah.
We've not seen a touchback tonight.
Man, that's rare. You ready to see it right now?
Well, that's not a fun fact for a kicker. I'm sure
no,
I
that's
just broke
not a
your
fun
heart.
fact. You should have said, do you want to hear a horrible fact? And the horrible facts continue.
Stays out. Fielded at the 4. Return up the middle to the 24 is where West will come out. Talk about it, their last 3 possessions have all ended in turnovers, 2 interceptions, and a fumble.
This West team has been very resilient, though. Let's be honest here. Let's see what they can do. Brutal circumstances, but they've really been, the score's not indicating what's been going on. They've been neck and neck this whole entire game.
We talk about this game. They played it 2 years ago. My apologies. It was 43-19 was the final. Last year they did not play. I believe it was COVID, if I recall correctly. As West certainly battling tonight, looking up the sideline, and guys get mixed up, and that is
intercepted.
I haven't seen it official. I think it was incomplete. I haven't seen an indication.
It looks like he caught it by me, but my eyes are horrible tonight.
Yeah, they're going to say that was out of play.
Good catch, though. Sometimes you love the student section, not when you're in this crow's nest up here. Wish they'd stop jumping around.
Moose, he doesn't like to be shaken. He prefers to be stirred.
Amen.
We got a penalty here. We'll move it down. It's going to be a pass interference. We talk about feet getting tangled up and being called here on the penalty.
You know what? You got to take any momentum you can if you're West right now. Pass interference, fantastic.
First down, ball's at the 39-yard line. Sui stepping up. Boy, he's got a lot of grass in front of him. Sui cutting back across midfield and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. What a run by Isaiah. Not the first time we've seen him with a big chunk play on the run.
The American Fork defense did a great job forcing him inside, but no one was there to get him.
Well, and they had a linebacker, but you better be ready for Isaiah.
Oh, yeah. He's fast, he's strong, he's mobile, and he can throw the ball as well. And he's just a young gun. They've been excited about this kid for years. I remember last year with Carson Lopati, they're like, we love Carson. Navy's going to love him. But we got a dude in the wings.
Yeah. And he saw the field last year, and now full-time starter here in his junior campaign as he's keeping those eyes downfield. Has a man, that ball caught. Nice reception inside the 20 here on the catch there by Stanton Havili. And in the red zone tonight are the Panthers.
This has been a great little series right here for Isaiah. Using his legs, using his arm. It's just a little preview of what's coming for the future, and you love to see it.
And here's the other thing. You think about some of the plays tonight. He's thrown balls that have been right in receivers' hands and just uncustomarily been dropped.
Yeah.
He's been on point tonight. First down.
Oh!
That's not fair. Big move put on there by Tuaone. Takes it down to the 10. Pickup of 8 on the play.
Oh, my goodness. He's lucky his shoes didn't fall off on that.
That's a little shimmy and shake, Moose.
Oh, my goodness. If we were on the basketball court, that is broken ankles right there. But on the football field, what do we call that?
Well, I love that the AF defender's like, I'm not losing my footing for that. I'll over pursue.
He's like, live to see another day. Fourth down.
Second and short here. Sui pressured. Sui has space.
Oh!
Looking for 6.
Oh!
Touchdown, West.
Yes, Isaiah, my goodness. That's a man that will not be denied. And those are the first points by a quarterback all night.
Sometimes you just got to take matters into your own hands. And Isaiah saying, guys, I'm done with this, right? We're going to go and score. That's a quick drive. 70-plus yards, 4 plays, and $140.
This game is not even close to over. My goodness.
How about this, huh?
Oh, and he snapped it.
2 points?
And
yeah, no.
that was not a good
ready
choice.
For it. 2-point conversion. No good. 17-6. American Fork with the lead. West on the board. You're watching West High and American Fork high school football in a shared network game on KSLSports.com.
It all starts with a smile. To show you care, offer a sign of love, welcome someone home. Even when we don't see each other, or share a room, even without words, smiles bring us together. Let's keep yours healthy. Stonehaven Dental. Schedule online at stonehavendental.com.
Welcome back. Want to thank our sponsors of KSL Sports Rewind, Justin Heidemann Associates, a full-service law firm. Locations all along the Wasatch Front. If you have any legal needs, business, personal, whatever you got to do legally, check out Justin Heidemann Associates. He will make sure he takes care of you and get you and your family set up. For a free consultation, call 801-754-4240.
I don't like how deep the American Fork returners are. They should have their heels on the 10.
A little bit of a pooch here, looking for the boundary.
No.
Go out. They'll have the ball about the 36.
I'd have them re-kick it if I was American Fork.
Why?
Because you can return it, and if they're pulling that out, you can have your returners at the 15, maybe even the 20, and then you can get way more than just the 35. And it takes the kicker back to the 35 here.
Okay.
There was one game we were playing Riverton. It was on an old grass field. I had to re-kick it twice because I was having trouble running over that hump they had in the old days.
Well, clearly you never kicked at Bountiful. Biggest crowd in the state, Bountiful High School.
Ridiculous.
You cannot see the other sideline. It's still remarkable to me. And I love Bountiful. I don't say that to shade Bountiful.
And you Bountiful Braves fans, or Redhawks.
First down here, that thrown between a pair of Cavemen as incomplete. Be second down here for Champ.
Y'all are more than welcome to go after Dane for that one. For
I love Bountiful. But look, go to the sidelines and tell me. I mean, it is the biggest crowd I've ever seen on a football field.
Oh, man. They're keeping Champ in there.
It's really the only place where you run uphill both ways.
My grandpa had stories about that. He must have gone to Bountiful.
He must have. I love Bountiful. Great history, great friends there. It's got a crown. Second down. Back to the ground. Here are the Cavemen.
Whoa.
I love that they've established and stuck with his identity tonight, Moose.
I've never seen the Cavemen run the ball, to be honest with you, for years and years and years. This is amazing to watch. Because it used to be, you'd look at the stat sheet, okay, so they ran 65 times, or they passed 65 times and ran twice on quarterback sneak.
Yeah. Third and short. Got to get across midfield to the 49, and they will not take a play here. Third quarter coming to a close, 17-6. American Fork leading West. You're watching you're watching KSL Sports Rewind on KSLSports.com.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
At UCCU,
Want to thank our sponsors here of West High Football and KSL Sports Rewind. Victoria Estate and Financial Services are a proud sponsor of West High Football, owned and operated by Victoria Tanuvasa. We are a team of industry professionals committed to genuinely serving our neighbors on the West Side with all their real estate and life insurance need. As an alumnus of West High, Victoria looks forward to supporting the Panther community.
Big down here. What are you doing, Dane? Are you running? Are you throwing? Are you trying to clap and pull them off sides?
I'm going a little play action here to the tight end.
I like it. The 6'4 behemoth.
They'll go on the ground.
Oh.
And penalty flags here. This one going to be coming back as it would have been just I was going to say a half-yard shy, but we've seen that earlier, and it was maybe a first down, so I'm not even going to say what it would have been.
You can be 2 yards shy and still get the first down at times.
Looks like this one is going to be coming back. Tried the stretch run there by Dax Watts as My Segura coming on. Of course, Luke, I hope that he's okay with that nickname.
Of course he is. He better be.
At BMoose90, at Dane_Stewart on Twitter. And take it easy on us if you don't like it.
We're like the old school and one ballers. You have to earn your nickname out on the field.
I feel like My Segura is pretty good. I like that one.
I love it.
Costly penalty. Rather than what would have been it was a 3rd and 3. Could have been a 4th and 1 or a first down. It's now 3rd and 17.
Whoa.
3rd and 18. My apologies. Edwards.
Oh.
Tucking it. Brought down. Good pressure that time by Lau-Taimi.
It wasn't just good pressure. The defensive backfield did a great job with the receivers where Edwards had nowhere to throw. So that was really fun to watch.
And West gets that stop, Moose. You talk about this game not being over, how quickly they moved that last possession.
Man, just 11 points down. That's 2 possessions. Move back.
Punts away, kicked away from Bailahi. Boy, this takes a big American Fork bounce. Sessi looking for some room. Good coverage there.
He did a great job not letting it go and having to start from the 1 again. They're starting from the 25, so it's just like a kickoff into the end zone.
Did you go back to the air here, Moose, if you're West?
Heck yeah, I do. I would. Because your guys are tired. Of course, American Fork's defensive line is tired right now, but your offensive line has got to be exhausted playing both ways, a lot of these guys. So get it to some of your playmakers. You've got them out there.
First down. Shotgun for Suisui. Isaiah looking for that out, that incomplete. Skipped it off the carpet.
It wouldn't have been much anyways.
Right.
So really the receiver's protecting him, helping him out, making sure his average throws are up there.
You know, we talk about schedules. How about American Fork next week? They're going to take on the Rigby Trojans of Idaho. Rigby is a state contender in Idaho in their largest division. That could be a fun matchup.
That's actually a great matchup. Rigby, Idaho has some dudes.
They got some ballers, yeah.
They'll come down here for 7-on-7 tournaments and whatnot.
That game will be here, if I recall correctly. On the ground, Suisui trying to shake defenders. Stopped here after a gain of 6. Nice tackle there.
Yeah, Rigby, they have a quarterback coach that was actually out on my mission, Sam Phillips. And he was the quarterback that went up against... He played quarterback in Texas. Random fun facts. Can't remember who he went up against, but it was the backup for Drew Brees for all those years.
Oh.
Can't remember that kid's name, and it's going to drive me nuts. Oh, well, back to Utah high school football where I know everybody. Come on, Suisui.
3rd down here for West.
Big play here.
Yes, Suisui looking top of the screen. Well, I don't know if that got deflected. His arm got hit. That ball didn't look like it came out very clean. Be a 4th down here.
No. Got a little popcorn before the game. Wipe that off. Try again.
West looking like they're going to punt this. I think given field position, 10 minutes left. You're probably hoping your defense can get a quick stop here. One more quick stop.
This will probably be the last punt by West.
Yeah. Of course, West, they kick off region play next week. They'll be taking on Cypress, who had a Tough game tonight, last check.
You know what? Cypress has some good things. I love Coach Garcia.
They got one of the best O-linemen in the state.
Isaiah Garcia, yes, they do.
Good punt here. Fielded at the 31. Looking near side. Nice cut back. Block in the back. This is going to be coming back on the return here by Hull as he takes it to the 46. But, again, flag here will...
Cypress also has a dude at right tackle, Benson Kofe. Not a big kid, but he is mean, and you love it. Technically sound, too. It's crazy to see. If he was 6 inches taller, he'd be a national recruit.
Wow. That's some good pub for Region 2 football. Of course, Taylorsville's 2-0 to start the year. How about the Warriors? They're in a battle tonight, but great to see Taylorsville winning games again.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
Ranger had a 3-point ball game against Mountain Ridge last week. I don't know what to think of the Lancers quite yet. Still time, but Region 2's got some teams that are starting to get some traction going, Moose.
Yeah, it's interesting. With Bingham not being as dominant, a lot of these kids are staying home. They're like, I want to build up my program where it's at. And you could see that with Coach Rickards at Currents.
Yeah.
He's the one who started that out. And, man, it's paying dividends for teams from Magna to Taylorsville to West Valley.
American Fork, first down run here. They'll pick up 4, maybe 5. Of course, game of the night, I think in a lot of people's minds tonight, Corner Canyon, Bingham. That game last check, Corner Canyon, I think it was 24-7. As
I've got 38-21 at the end of the third.
Okay. So, Corner Canyon, we talk about Region 4 dominance and putting that stamp on, hey, we may have had a tough week down at Gordon. We're still one of the best teams in the state.
All I see from that score is, hey, Corner Canyon kicked a field goal again. What a great day. Congratulations, Rasmussen.
Oh. AF again on the ground here.
The linemen are pulling him. They got the pile. Push him. Pull him, do something.
Little tug of war here. The stall, pick up 2 yards on the ground. Third down.
Huge third down here.
Moose, you stay on the ground here with American Fork?
You got to. You want to play the clock.
Yeah.
Even if you don't get the first down, it's okay.
Both teams with all 3 timeouts left.
That fall breeze is coming in here. I do smell some pumpkin spice coming your way.
West showing pressure.
Oh, quarterback
sneak. The keeper from Jackson. Is he? Boy, he's close. Far side official has it, and near side does too. First down, American Fork.
No measuring again.
We haven't had one measure tonight.
They just sit there. They're like me when I'm cutting wood. They're just like, I'll eyeball it, I'll get it.
20/20 vision there, Moose.
Man. They're like hawks out there.
First down, American Fork, and that will keep the clock moving. Staying on the ground, blown up. Nice play there to get contact behind the line of scrimmage by Ryder Messina. It's good work to at least pick up a yard on the play. It looked like it could have been doomed for a loss.
That's the crazy thing. Years past, I've seen American Fork running backs. They get hit in the backfield and they call it a night.
Yeah.
They're like, that was fun. I'm glad I made it on the Friday Night Light scene. These guys, they're like, give me the ball. I want to run it.
Yeah. Seeking contact, not shying away from it. It's a different mentality.
I like it.
I do too. I had someone tell me AF could be a force in Region 4 this year as that ball came out. I thought it was down. And, yeah, now they are saying that he was. A nice reception there by Cage. But I had a lot of people saying, hey, AF could be the surprise team in the region and win Region 4. I think what we've seen tonight is there have been some market improvements in the running game and the physicality. I think the defense, I feel like this program is taking that next step forward, Moose.
Well, I just got a score update for Corner Canyon Bingham, 38-28.
Ooh, I'll tell you the Miners. How about that offense to start the year?
Yeah, a lot of good running.
It's looking electric here early on.
Eric Jones getting it done.
Wow! In the air. What a catch. Penalty flag here. We're going to tack on yardage after the play. What a throw. What a catch.
Who needs 2 hands when you're a 6'4" behemoth? My goodness. Wow. Just snagged that one right out of the air. Thank you very much. Wow.
Officials here are still discussing, but now getting ready to do the march. Another West penalty.
The only person I want out there is Bonjour, showing me where the play needs to be.
$15-yarder.
That's brutal. This West High defense needs to keep him out of the end zone, or this game could be over.
Jackson rolling, has a man caught near the chains.
The interesting thing for tonight, I didn't think Jackson was as mobile as he was, and I didn't think Champ Edwards' arm was as good as it was.
All of a sudden, two quarterbacks makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
It's like, oh man, this is what I expect from this one, and then they're just reflections of each other.
You know what? I don't know. Tell me crazy. It's kind of like Timpview, right? We see Timpview week one. It's like, I don't know if two quarterbacks works. And then you're seeing like two quarterbacks works. And it's had that feel here tonight.
Yeah, there's that old adage. When you have two quarterbacks, you're twice as good.
I told you, right? That was the saying. When you have two quarterbacks, you have two quarterbacks.
Oh,
big hit.
My goodness.
Man.
I feel like you can celebrate with that one, young man.
Good to see Jackson pop up.
Julius, my goodness.
Koi Suba there with the tackle, and not just tackle, sheer pop.
I might be calling that man Dr. J after that hit. Wow.
It was
sending people to the hospital. Wow.
That's on the verge of like Easton Baker hit.
No, that's much better.
You not see Easton throw here to the end zone. Oh, what a catch! Oh, incomplete. That was popped out on the hit by Vailahi. I thought he brought that in. Do you have a flag? I think it's going to be a defensive holding. You see the Easton Baker hit week one?
I did.
Okay.
It was a great hit. My
goodness. We got a penalty here to sort out.
We even have fireworks going off in the background.
There's some lightning, I think, to the south.
Man. That was just a monstrous hit. Vahalahi on the back end did a great job separating the ball from the receiver as well.
Yeah, because I thought that was a touchdown, if you couldn't tell from the call. It was a good pop. It is a pass interference call here, so it'll be first down. And be at about the 12-yard line.
So I'm just waiting for one of these American Fork quarterbacks to get a ball in the end zone. Haven't had one.
AF does not have a red zone touchdown today, Moose.
No.
But this is the third time in it. Looking end zone. Nice grab, but out of bounds. Incomplete.
That's just a momentum builder for the receivers. Hey, I can catch it. Just give it to me in the bounds.
We've seen great catches by American Fork out of play tonight. Offensively, even defensively, right? Had the near interception.
Highlight plays, just not in the play of field. Second down now. This West defense, when you get in the red zone, they don't play around.
They've locked it down. Back to the ground and brought down behind the line. Coming in with the stop there was Messina.
Ryder Messina. Phenomenal play. Keep your helmet on, though. Come on, young man.
A junior linebacker making the stop. A loss. Big loss there, Moose, of 4 yards.
American Fork has to get something going because even though they're good, Region 4 is no joke with Skyridge, Lone Peak. Lone Peak had a tough opening against Timpview, and then they've
bounced back.
their way back.
Yeah. In a battle tonight against Liberty, the second best team out of the state of Nevada. The last team to beat Bishop Gorman within the state. Jackson, lost his footing. Couldn't tell if he got tripped up or if he just lost it, Moose, but another negative play here. And it's going to be fourth and forever and a field goal here, a chance for the kicker to come on and get 3 more.
Well, happy day for the kicker. You'd rather kick this than the close one. got the tee down. It's interesting. Most people don't know in high school you can actually use a 2-inch tee all the way up into a 2-inch tee. In college, no such thing. But most of our kickers in this state use anywhere from a 1-inch to a half an inch just to kind of flex their muscles.
Noah Anderson, a 38-yarder here for the Cavemen. Kick is up, and this is good. 20-6. American Fork with the lead. 4:09 left to go.
Still a 2-possession game. I have to do the math in my head really quick. But
one more sponsor we want to read for you, West High Football and KSL Sports Rewind. Do you own a business that accepts payment by credit cards? Come work with National Card Payments. They're a locally owned and operated credit card processing company that has over 22 years of experience. Call or text them today at 801-300-6929 to get a free quote and see how much they can help you. They love to support local prep sports and are offering a $25 Visa gift card for any business that signs up for their merchant services during the high school football season. Call or text today for a no-obligation quote. National Card Payments requires no contract periods and has zero setup fees. Come work with a payments company that cares about the local community it serves. National Card Payments, the company that cares. 801-300-6929. Call or text them today.
It's always fun hearing those reads. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm that guy. I have a business. I take card payments. Got to see that. But this West High defense, phenomenal in the red zone. 2 field goals, amazing.
And 2 forced turnovers as well, the interception and the forced fumble. As this kick fielded inside the 5, return, trying the left side. Here from Zalalem. And Isaac up to the 27.
Now West moved the ball really well getting down the field. They have all their timeouts left as well. So this game is far from over.
4:01 to go. You mentioned all the timeouts. Clock stops on a first down. Restarts with the spotting of the ball. You got the you have sidelines to work with. It's 2 possessions, 14 points. Not out of the realm.
Yeah, it looks like American Fork's taking that BYU defense with the 3-man, 8-back. 3-man rush, 8-man back.
Here's Sui. Working to his right, trying to paint the corner. That incomplete.
Oh, that was dangerous. He almost left the ball up for an American Fork defender to pick it off.
Brown got a hand on it. He kind of had to hang that up with any chance. But to your point, Moose, you don't like seeing that ball float like that.
Hit it out of bounds. Yeah. You're not going to get it. So this 3-man front with Hunter Clegg can get pressure on Sui. So that's what you got to realize. But you got to find an open space. These receivers got to find some soft spots in this zone defense that's coming at them.
And the opportunity they've had the most tonight has been right up the seam, but when you got 3 safeties, good luck. Sui running out of time and space, sacked. A loss of 4 on the play, this Cavemen defense.
Hunter Clegg did a phenomenal job. He basically sacked Sui through the tackle. You almost want to leave a running back in on his side to chip him at the very least.
3rd down for West.
Clock is still running.
Here is a back. We'll see if he stays back there. Sui again being pressured out. Pressure from behind. Stepping through. Isaiah keeping his feet. Able to work to the sidelines. Has the first down and more. And gets out of bounds with 3 to go.
Amazing. That was just incredible. He is an athlete if I've ever seen one. Keeping their hopes and dreams alive for a win tonight.
I thought they were going to catch him from behind. They try to take away the boundary, and he just steps right through and around, and next thing you know, he's right up the field.
These taller quarterbacks, it's deceptive. You're taking an angle, and you're like, okay, I've got him, and then the long legs start getting 6 or more inches more than you can get.
First down for West. Sui looking up the field, and
I think Charlie might have
Holbrook came back on this ball. The question is, who
Tie goes to offense, I think.
They're going to give it a first down. What a jump by Holbrook.
Oh, he heard my comments about the strong hands earlier. He said, let me show you, Moose. Bring him.
How about the no give up? Was it Cage that was there for AF? I think he had his hands on the ball first. And then Holbrook's like, I'm not letting you get an interception. Coming back on it and drawing the dual possession, to your point, goes to the receiver.
That was amazing to watch. They're sitting there, we're thinking, we're glad we got that Phoenix in our stable today.
First down for West at the 20, or inside the 20. Sui stepping up. Again, working to the boundary, gets out of play at the 14.
Got 6 yards? 5.5. We'll call it 6. Here's the thing I hate. You got to put pressure on this quarterback. When they were sitting back, he had time to throw. You got to bring 4 guys at all times, I believe.
They're bringing 3 with a spy, and to your point, he's been able to navigate through that the last couple plays. 2nd and 5 here.
Trips to the top, only 3 guys defending. Interesting.
Here they do bring 4. Out route caught. Nice step inside. First and goal coming up is on the reception, Jacob Wilson. And West going to be set up at the 3.
West moving the ball. I love it.
Right? And they'll spike it here.
Oh, 12 men on the field, though. Gonna call it. Timeout.
We got 12 men here for American Fork.
Okay, got the timeout in time.
So here's the thing, right? If you're West, you're up to the ball. AF's trying to sub. Had 12 guys. They take the time out here. 2:11 to go. We'll be back with first and goal after this.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time. Courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of VIEW.
Welcome back. So, again, that timeout was taken before the spike. So it's first and goal here. Sui in shotgun.
You'd think they'd muscle it in, but shotgun, okay.
Sui. And he will stretch into the end zone. Touchdown, West.
Woo. He's fly. He's got those sweet shoes that are reflective. No lights now, but they're still in this game. They've got all their timeouts. Are they going to kick it now?
Yeah, because it'd make it a 7-point game, right?
Smart. Man. The hefty lefty coming in here.
Yeah, first time we've seen
Jacob Wilson?
No.
Nope. Ari.
Kick is up. Good. 20-13 on the PAT by Kajanori, the senior kicker. Makes it a 1-possession game. 2:05 to go.
Sorry about that, Ari Kajanori. My goodness, I messed up on that one. The 1 looks like a 2. My bad.
It happens to the best of us. We're going a little scenic for you there. Come back on you, Moose. Look, you've got 3 timeouts if you're West. 2:05 to go. You onside it or you kick it here?
I would honestly kick it. You want to give as much distance as possible. Onside, I've never been a big fan of. It's just kind of your last little Hail Mary. But what I would do is I'd squib kick it. Just to keep everything out there. And I'd try to squib it about the 30. Get someone running up, someone running back. Miscommunication, you never know what'll happen.
AF has 10 guys up. Do you try to maybe loft one over the top?
Yeah.
Foot race it?
Yep. Because they have to turn around and flip.
2:05 to go and a pivotal kick.
And they don't talk about that much in special teams. Nice little pop up to the 30. That's what I do.
And penalty here.
You got to go farther. So the risk about that, someone jumped offsides. Gosh dang it.
Cross the line too soon.
So the risk with this kick, if you kick it short like that, they just go in and they catch it and it's over. You got to lob it. You got to loft it. Get your pitching wedge out. Been golfing. Pretty happy about it. I can do golf references
Moose,
now.
did you ever successfully kick one of these?
Yes. I can do everything.
Oh. So back west up. This kick will be at the 35.
Looks like they're just going to kick it deep now.
This will be Wilson to kick off.
Oh.
He's looking at that sideline.
He's moving around. Now he's going to onside it.
Multi-footed kicker here. Well, there you go, Moose.
There you go.
And that's going to go out of play.
That's what you don't want. You hate to see it. But good idea. The coach down there, big brain, special teams coordinator, I like to see it. The execution, not so much.
It's a hard play to execute.
Nah. Should be just fine.
Oh.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I am hypercritical of the kickers, as you can tell.
He is, yeah.
I love them all as people, but I am a special teams coach at heart.
So they'll start at the 40 after the kick goes out of play. 2:05 to go. 2 timeouts for American Fork, 3 timeouts for West, and it's going to be on the shoulders of the junior Lincoln Jackson.
Man, I'm surprised to not see Champ Edwards. He's moved the ball a little better.
First down, and it is Jackson trying to get around the edge, staying on his feet up to the 42. A gain of 2 and a timeout taken here by Coach Solovey and the West Panthers.
So are we assuming Jackson's the better runner and Edwards is the better thrower after all this?
No. I think they both can execute the offense in its entirety.
Crazy.
And you know, here's the thing. If what Coach Beam told us was they're going to go 2 series and alternate.
Yeah.
So the last series is the first for Lincoln. He gets the second series. And here's the thing. You want him in this opportunity. Because if you're going to be in region play, either this year or next, he's going to have to close these types of games out.
Absolutely.
So here's the experience, young man. Go do it.
Super fun to watch, though.
It is fun to watch.
It's very difficult to prepare for, though. Who's throwing, who's running, what's the strengths, what's the weaknesses. The scouting report is probably 20 pages long on these 2.
Second down. Jackson will hand off. And a good run there for the Cavemen is that run.
28?
Yeah, I think by Erdley. The junior running back will search ahead for a gain of 4. And it will be another timeout taken here by West. And the critical third down, 1:48 to go. Right.
At this point, there's only one man that can save us. It's not any of the quarter.
Your American Fork, they love to throw it up to their 6'4" tight end. Insert name here.
Yep.
It's like, look, it's
one of them.
We know he's 6'4". Like
I don't know who it is. I don't know his weight. I know his height, though.
Third and 4 here for American Fork. I think Erdley in the backfield again. Jackson pulling, looking to throw, has a man and caught. Penalty flag here. Back behind the line of scrimmage. It's a reception for a first down.
What lineman was downfield?
A holding call going to be the call. Boy, a big call, and this being a spot penalty. Now this being behind the line, so it's actually going to be about a 13 or 12-yard penalty is what it will be rather than a first down. It'll be 3rd and 16.
Goodness
Moose.
gracious. Well, That's why you don't bring everyone, because there's the 6'4" tight end chilling out there.
Wow. Costly penalty there for American Fork. 1:44 to go, and completely changes the dynamics of this game.
That's my family growing up. We played happy and sad. That play is a sad for the AFO line.
That is a sad play. There's what went right, what went wrong this week. That's a what went wrong.
And
if you're an American Fork fan,
knowing that offensive line coach over there, I love Rafe Vaughn with all my heart. Great human being. I do not want to be that offensive lineman in film tomorrow.
Nope. 3rd and 16 for the Cavemen. They've got to get across midfield. 1:44 left and still one timeout for West. And AF really has to throw it here.
Yes, they do.
Or do you just run it, Moose, and make him use that last timeout? Concede it, essentially.
Well,
there's an
they
AF
have time
timeout.
to think about it.
Moose, what do you do? I mean, do you run it here and force that last timeout to be used?
I actually trust my tight ends in this situations. I'm doing short crossing routes, and I'm getting the ball in space and seeing what he can do with it. I think West's defensive line is too good to really blow up and get that 16 yards. Not going to happen.
Okay.
But if you can get the ball in space, maybe a hook and ladder or something, get creative.
Hey, we saw a halfback pass earlier, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you do go to the bag of tricks here.
Still, that halfback pass is the only passing touchdown.
Crazy, huh?
From American Fork.
Yeah. Just what we would have thought. The quarterbacks wouldn't have had one. It'd be a wide receiver with a passing touchdown.
Yeah, 100%.
Each team with one timeout left. 1:44 to go. 3rd and 16 for Lincoln Jackson.
Great game this week.
Great game.
Whoever chose this game should be able to choose next week, too.
A+, huh?
Oh, my gosh.
A+ on the choosing committee.
Amen.
Jackson looking over the middle, has a man, and a first down, American Fork.
Man.
They go to Josh Andrus, the junior, has the first, and the ball game.
Man, that offensive coordinator must have been listening into our broadcast.
Must have been.
Got the coaching ear plug. Got the Game Night Live Rewind plug.
Look, you're not the A-team analyst for nothing, Moose.
Oh, man. What would I do here? Short crosses with the tight end.
And that play cements it for American Fork. Look, what a battle tonight. You were just talking about it. I love the resiliency from West to come back from this, but, man, American Fork making big plays when they need to, and West will use their last time out here with 1 minute to go.
My goodness. Such a fun game, such fun kids. Doing a great job. And I love that West is still competing, calling timeouts and everything.
Moose, what have you learned tonight with these two teams?
I have learned a lot. I have learned that American Fork can run the ball. That's a positive. I have learned that West is legit. For real, for real. I've also learned that American Fork has two great quarterbacks. And one of them needs to find the end zone.
I made a statement tonight when we were off the air. And I said, other regions can compete with Region 4 teams. And I think tonight West showed that's true. Now, that doesn't mean that every game that a Region 4 team plays is going to be tight, right? We've seen a lot of games where Region 4 teams have had a multi-possession win. But this is a West team that is very banged up. They're missing a couple starters up front. They're missing a couple athletes tonight. And despite all of that, it's a one-possession game. Like, they came and competed.
I mean, like, the Puzutau kid alone would help a ton.
Right.
And it's just kind of crazy to see. But super fun game. And I'm getting hyped about football in the state, especially with the younger kids, too.
I'll tell you the other thing that I love about this. AF found a way to win that was non-conventional for them.
Yes.
We don't have to throw for 4 touchdowns to win a ball game, right?
Yeah.
We can play a low-scoring affair. Our defense can make plays. We can run, control clock. We can win games in other ways. That's a big lesson for me with this AF group.
Well, it just changes the dynamics and what the other Region 4 teams are going to have to face this next year.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. Region play in Region 4 just a couple weeks away. We talk about West. They're starting their region play next week. There's going to be some doozies in Region 2 as well. We are going to have every game for West and American Fork the rest of the way. Tonight, great effort by West, but it's American Fork protecting the home field and getting the 20-13 win. Moose, your final thoughts on a player of the game?
So my final thoughts, great game, great teams. I would like to give it to Khalil from West, but I got to give it to someone from American Fork. I've been thinking about Justin Bourgeois, but I'm not going to give it to him. I'm giving it to Caleb Peterson, the defensive back. 6'2", 190 pounds, the junior bacon cheeseburger gets my vote for player of the game.
He made some ball hawk plays, including a turnover at nearly 2. Caleb with an impressive night tonight. The American Fork defense does its job. The offense does. They improve to 3-0 with the 20-13 win over the West Panthers. For Mark Schwartz, Bill Francis, Moose Bingham, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us here on KSL Sport Rewind's Game of the Week. And make sure to follow us on social media and catch us the rest of the year as we bring you the best games across the state right here on KSLSports.com. Good night, everybody.
Salt Lake Running Company is inspiring our community to move with purpose, embrace adventure, and consciously connect to their bodies. Exercise is essential, now more than ever. Take control of the chaos and make time for you. From the gym to the trail, SLRC can help you find the focus to define your finish line. Visit one of our 5 locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.